Boy, what a weekend. What a weekend. The Prem, well, 7 games in?
Yeah.
Got a lot to talk about. He's still wore his kit regardless.
Yeah.
But
feeling good.
Anyway, another week, another episode of the Centre Circle podcast. I am John.
Marky Mark.
T.
Man like Keith.
What's going on, boys? Everyone good?
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Bad.
I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Everyone recovered from the weekend's football?
Yeah.
Listen, everyone. We all lost straight at Keith.
I already had it in mind. I was going to be like, we don't have any Liverpool representatives tonight, but it came to you.
I made it.
Because people were talking about fair weather fans before.
Yeah.
And now they're not here.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
When I was an injury doubt, I had that in the back of my mind, but I thought, you know what? I can play with a niggle. Give me the injection.
Yeah,
I can see. I can make it through with it.
Tom Terry vibes in it later. When you can't walk in school, you got your medals, innit? You got your medals. Right, where did we start? Let me start a game that wasn't eventful, but it's eventful for those clubs that's involved, or for one club in particular. Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1. Boys, Manchester United are losing at home. No disrespect to Palace. Manchester United are losing at home to Palace. I thought the revolution was on.
Nah, that's been happening, man.
Yeah?
Wait, are you surprised?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I've been said Old Trafford ain't Old Trafford anymore.
Bro, they beat them in the week. They come to Old Trafford. I just think the fact that you lot are not even... Yeah, I can't believe they just get moved to Old Trafford like this on a regular. It's the second time now. When they Wolves moved to them, obviously they got away with it.
Yeah, they got away with it.
Yeah.
Wolves moved to them at Old Trafford as well. Some interesting things have come out of this. Spotlight is on Rashford. I've been having lots of conversation about Rashford today. I've had all the excuses in the world. I'm not even gonna bait you up today, bro. But he knows who he is. What's going on? And you know what I'm gonna ask after as well. You know what I'm gonna ask after. What's going on with Manchester United? Who wants to take this one?
Can I ask you what your mate said about Rashford though? What was the defense?
Bro, he brought me stats. No. You know what it is, yeah? You know people that don't let you draw for stats. But when they're back to the corner, they must draw for stats. So he sent me one that Rashford is second in big chances created at Man United. Not in the league.
Just at Man United.
At Man United. He's fourth for this, second for that. Basically saying that within the team, he's still one of the leaders.
He's one of the best.
But I'm like, yeah, but he's one of the leaders of a team that's not playing well.
The team.
And then he came with, so the team's playing poor, but you expect it to play well. I said, no, it don't work like that, bro, because he's one of the leaders of the team. The team will be playing well because he's one of the people that's playing well.
Exactly.
You can't do it the other way and say the team playing poor is having an effect on it. You can, but you're one of the leaders in the team. You're regarded in a certain way. You're one of the highest paid players there. We're going to have certain expectations for you. And the season you had last season, it's natural as footballers. We're expecting that you're going to kick on.
Yeah.
You had a good season. You signed your contract. But the Rashford convo is not going to go anywhere for now. He's scored 1 goal in, 7 or 8 Premier League games in now. Match week 7. It's not great, is it? It's not good enough.
Yeah, like they have had injuries in it. Like it's not an excuse, but it's like a contributing factor.
To
like
what?
Amrabat's come in.
Wait. To the Rashford thing specifically or Man United?
No, against Man United.
Okay.
And so Amrabat's come in. He's having to play left back.
Yeah,
and
I see that.
they didn't sign him to play left back.
But I'm not gonna lie, if I'm him, I'm at Man United now. I don't care. Put me in goal, innit?
Yeah, bro.
I'm at Man
That's
United
what I'm
now.
saying.
Don't care.
I've made it.
Yeah, but it's not good. Yeah,
You would say their starting right forward
yes.
has been unavailable for a small period.
Mm-hmm.
But even his form
2
hasn't
weeks.
his form hasn't been electric. Their marquee signing hasn't taken off at all.
Who?
Mount.
Yes. Okay.
Right, Marky.
No, but he's been injured as well. I would say
But he played 5 of the 7, 4 of the 7.
he's injured for how long?
It wasn't
So
there for
only
that
2
much.
games.
2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
because there was the
And he
international
missed-
break. The
Yeah,
international
he
break.
was injured over
Okay,
international
fair
break. I think maybe he missed Champions League.
So I think there's
Anthony should have been dropped anyway. So the can't even
What,
count
for
the
the form?
2 games. Yeah, the 2 games that he hasn't played, he should have been dropped anyway. So
so I guess it's contributing factors like the off the field stuff. I know people say it doesn't have a factor, but it's clear that it does. the ownership trickling down. And like, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just answering the question.
Well, it sounds like it. So.
Objective opinion, didn't
No, okay. But so let me ask you a follow-up question then, and I'm going to interrupt. Does the impact that these injuries have had on them, does it smack of poor planning? Or is it sometimes, no matter how many players you got, when you get a set number of injuries, you're going to be thin? Which one is it? Which one of the two is it?
I think it's the first, because obviously they didn't expect Shaw to get injured. They brought in a backup left back for him. He's now injured. Wan-Bissaka's out for however long.
And he was just getting back to some kind of decent form.
Dalot gets injured. Like, they're in trouble, innit? But it could be a bit of poor planning, because obviously we've said that they didn't need to buy Sancho when they did. They should have addressed other areas. It still looks like they haven't really fixed that by signing Mount, like, ahead of other positions. Yeah. So
they've just, Amrabat's probably just fixed that sort of holding role piece. But if he got injured, they're back to Eriksen, because Casemiro's going to play anyway, right?
I think it's a mixture of the two. I don't think it's just the first one, it's the second one as well, because if you have that many injuries, you're going to come up very thin, bro.
Because you got two first-team left-backs, both injured. I mean, what's meant to do? Meant to free.
Exactly.
Like, if we had that, if any of our clubs had that, it'd be issues.
But then it is planning, though, because if Arsenal had that issue, I think we'd play someone.
We've had that issue, though.
Yeah, I think we'd be able to play someone that will look comfortable at left back.
And that's the thing. So when people talk about the selection process that they, Edu and Arteta go through, is about versatility. Can a man play 2 or 3 positions at a high level? And they could probably do some of that now.
Exactly.
Unless ETH is going to come back and tell us, no, I knew Amrabat could play left back. I knew that. And I guess for Man United, you signed a young star with lots of potential. Everyone gave them grief because the stats didn't seem to justify, what was he, 80 million?
75 or something like that.
75, 80 million. Yeah. But again now, when you buy a player of that transfer fee, do you have the luxury of him having time to bed in and start scoring goals? Especially when you're running results like this.
That's what else can they expect? That's the problem with United fans, and that we had the same problem. We was expecting too much.
Yeah, because of the position we were in rather than the player itself. Yeah,
we was expecting too much. But I think he's probably their only shining light right now.
He's their best striker.
He looks like, well, definitely their best striker.
He looks on it.
He just looks like he's on it. He's hungry. He's young. He's just excited about the thing. He's not overawed by it. He's going out there and he's trying to do something, innit? But has he actually got that actual quality to kick on and be Man United's number 9?
I think time will tell, but from what we've seen so far, I think he's showing the signs that he will, or at the right club. I think right now, I think he's currently at the wrong club, if I'm being brutally honest. But
I mean,
eventually he'll get there.
You look at the results so far, right? And I would say, apart from Palace, they've only won the games against the teams they were supposed to. That makes sense, right? So just about. So Wolves, they won 1-0, but if you watch that game,
should have been a draw at least.
Yeah, robbery. Lost 2-0 to Spurs away. Beat Forest at home 3-2. That's way too close.
2-0 down as well, isn't it?
Right? Yeah. Right? Lost to us 3-1, of course. Man, them getting sent to the shop by Jesus. Lost 3-1 to Brighton at home. I forgot about this bit. That's why you lot aren't surprised. Okay, I forgot about that game. Beat Burnley 1-0 away. And I watched that game and Burnley were on stuff. If they just had like an Eddie Nketiah or
someone a bit clinical, innit?
Yeah, or a Broja, someone like that, that could have been a very interesting game for Manchester. They were playing ball, but there's certain times they just didn't have the final piece. So they win that game 1-0. Hannibal was good though.
Yeah, he was.
He looked good in that game.
But you're young. You're trying to just show these old men.
Which goes back to my point about the topic we're going to talk about later. That in a weird way, that's where I'll put my foot down now. And then you get Palace at home and you lose 1-0. This is mad.
Bro, when you...
But I don't understand, sorry. They beat them 3-0 with... I wouldn't say it was a madly changed team, was it? There was some youth in there.
What, United or Palace?
United squad.
Yeah.
Versus who?
Palace
in the League Cup.
Beat them, innit? Why couldn't they have stuck with that team?
What, Maguire?
A few people said that. No, a few people said that.
I think they should have played Maguire, personally, but
I mean, well, to be fair, back
who
four
started.
Clean sheet.
was Darlow, Varane, Maguire, Amrabat. So
I don't see
two out of
a
those four
problem
started. Okay, so
I don't see a problem there.
Yeah.
That started that one.
then Casemiro and Mount, then Pellistri, Hannibal, and Garnacho, and then Marshall up front. Okay.
Could have probably swapped out Martial for Højlund
Yep.
and went with that.
But he's not starting them three youngsters in the league. There's no Bruno there. Bruno had to come back. Had to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Club captain.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Then you put in Bruno for that Hannibal guy then.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm putting in Bruno for Pellistri and let Hannibal do that other bit. But yeah, basically, with that run of results, you finally kind of deciphered that work. Palace, they changed things as well. But your boy, how you played? But yeah, I take it. But this goes back to the conversation we're having about people rotating League Cup. To Terrell's point, you find something that winning formula.
Look,
The guys are
bring back in
hungry, etc.
Rashford,
Yeah,
and look what
you bring
happens.
back in Rashford, you bring back this person.
But you're
and
gonna
then-
bring back in Rashford, though. It's Rashford,
Yeah.
bro. You're gonna
Yeah,
bring
but
him
if
back
they're
in.
not playing good, bro.
I know, but
But that happens, I mean, at a certain level, like at Man United, they're not in great form, and you need those players who could potentially, no matter what kind of form they're in, they've got the potential to
win games.
have a spark, win games. You play them in it, like they haven't got the luxury of dropping Rashford. Like they go
dropping
into a
Ga-
Premier League game and they don't play Rashford or Bruno and then don't win. Everyone's like, why didn't you play Rashford or Bruno?
Exactly.
I wouldn't have a problem if I was a United fan. I wouldn't have a problem with dropping Rashford for
Now?
Garnacho. No, for that game for Garnacho.
Mm.
And if anything, it was only 1-0. Bring him on 65th minute. Like,
Big impact.
Yeah.
And I think I was going to say, I think it's got to the point now, after reading those results as one block, I go through the weeks, but when I've read those from I think Terrell's right, I think, and we've seen other managers do that, right? I mean, Sterling's been dropped tonight. I don't know what the score is now.
No, he was injured.
I was injured.
yeah.
I was
he
going to
hasn't
say.
trained.
Yeah.
So we've got managers who have made those decisions in the past, and this has got to be Ten Hag making his stamp. And as much as I don't agree with everything Arteta did, he made that stamp. Whether it would have meant him losing his job or whatever, he can at least say the things I wanted to do, I did them, no matter how big the player was, whatever. And I think he's gonna have to start doing that because I watched them play and they're terrible. But I still thought you're at home, it's Palace, you beat them 3 days ago. Come on, man. And they lost.
He started Garnacho the other week, though. He had a stinker.
Yeah, true.
But I've seen a lot of United fans saying that was the best performance that they've seen this season. The one where they beat them 3-0.
And that was 3 days before.
Like everyone played well, even Martial, even like.
Yeah, I see why
They
you say
played
give them a
good.
chance.
But let's not forget the other side. If you're Palace, you got beat 3-0. We're sitting down, analysis.
Was that Old Trafford
So they're
as well?
going to improve.
Yeah.
They're going to improve.
Yeah, both games were.
Both
Yeah,
games are Trafford. Yeah.
Palace played well. The goal was really very good too.
Yeah, they
Good
did.
for you.
Listen,
Like,
I don't
he's
think-
He's never, ever doing that again.
It took a deflection though. It wasn't straight.
Oh.
Yeah, it took a deflection.
I watched it better. I didn't see deflection.
Yeah. That's why Nana was like,
Oh,
he got this thing where he doesn't dive but dives.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you might have noticed
Bananas,
that.
I'm
bananas.
innit?
mad fury about that.
Anana's weird, bro.
I've got
A
a mad
lot of
theory
his
about that. I think it's his height.
saves have been
Bro.
with his feet as well.
Oh, is
Have
it?
you noticed that?
No.
A lot of his saves have been with his feet.
Well, he moves feet first rather than.
Bro,
No.
I've seen bare like shot stopping feet, like how we would be in goals. Bro, he doesn't.
I don't knock that, though. The hair did that wonderfully.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Both. He done both.
I think
Yeah,
if
both
we look
wonderfully.
at the table as it is now, I mean, I know we're only 7 games in, but as I told my United friends, 12 games in, we're third way through the season. So everyone can keep saying it's early onto this. It's not early,
Yeah.
right? As it stands, Manchester United 10th, 1-3, lost 4, 9 points.
Yeah.
Teams
Well,
aren't scared of United, man. Like, teams go to United or United go to their ground and they expect to pick up points from United.
The aura's gone, innit?
The aura's gone.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I've said it here, but you lot definitely know. But I'm not having Bruno, bruv.
No way.
I'm not having him.
No way.
A lot of people are having him now.
They are,
He
they are.
like
But
him.
I just
In another team, I could see it working.
let me be more specific. I'm not having him at the level people rate him. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Like,
The way he started his career at Man United.
yeah, and people put him in a. If you watch him play, I think the term stat padder he was born in that essence. But so I'm not saying he's rubbish, but the way people talk about him,
have him as
Yeah.
like an elite
no.
player in that
He
position.
couldn't walk into any team, could he?
and that's the thing. When I ask people, okay, where did you go for Man United? No one can answer me.
Where does he go from?
Yeah,
He's not
he's
going
come to
up.
Bayern.
He's not going up.
He's not going to Real Madrid or
Can't
Barcelona.
even
He's
go
going
to
to
Tottenham.
Spurs. No, he can go Spurs. He can
Oh.
go Spurs. He can
Why
go
doesn't
Spurs.
Madison.
He can
I
go
don't think
Spurs.
so.
All right,
Right
because
now.
Madison's there, fair enough. But
Who does he play?
Where else is he going to
No, but
be?
I'm just saying, we're talking about forget the players that they've currently got.
Yeah.
He could go to Spurs.
He can,
Like,
no,
he
but
wouldn't go
I'm
But he's
saying,
not
no,
going there
but
to start.
we're saying walking
Probably
in
not,
like
but
he's
we're
going
talking
there
about
to
he
take
can't-
someone's
We're talking
spot.
about going up or going left. I'm not talking about what players they have.
But if he
Okay.
left United, he'd want to start, innit? So
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're taking it deeper. We said up or left in it. Is he
No,
going
no.
left?
Okay, sorry. But what I mean is, if you leave someone like Man United,
Yeah.
I'm leaving there to go and start somewhere.
Wherever.
If I'm the
Yeah.
captain of Man United, he's the captain of Man United, bro.
But even if Arsenal didn't have Odegaard or another number 8, you think we're taking? I'd want Bruno.
Yes.
What?
If we didn't have
I
Odegaard.
don't want.
If we didn't, no,
I'm not
you
like-
don't want
if we
him.
didn't-
But I'm
if we
saying if
didn't
we
have
didn't have
Odegaard-
Odegaard, of course you would have.
Nah, bro.
Nah.
I
Bruno.
don't think so, bro.
Nah,
I don't
Why
think so.
not?
I don't
Nah,
think so.
man,
I
I'd rather
don't
Madison.
think so.
There's better out there.
I don't
I'd
think
rather
so.
No, there's
Madison.
That's
better
my
out
point.
there, but I'm saying if we didn't have Odegaard and he was available, you wouldn't be
Nah,
angry at that signing.
nah.
I
I
would be
would.
like-
I wouldn't want it.
I would exhaust all other options before.
Me and you would have a long.
Hey, that's
chat like
Liverpool.
that,
That's
bro.
Liverpool. Yeah, with a depleted midfield, somewhat.
No, not interested.
I'm not interested at
But
all.
I
bro.
look sometimes. I look at players sometimes and I just think it's the team, man. I know he ain't at that level that everyone puts him on, or some people put him on, but I don't. I don't
Bro,
think
at
it's.
what point? Remember, the team is like the aggregate of everybody in it. Yeah?
Yeah.
So at what point is it? He's part of the team, right?
Mm.
So even what he's doing before the ball comes to him and after it leaves him, yeah. After the ball comes to him and then what is he? Is him. So I know what you're saying, but again, you're the captain. You're one of the highest. You're meant to be one of the reasons why the team is good.
Mm.
You know. So I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm measuring him against.
His peers,
But if you're the captain of Man United,
Yeah.
you're Portuguese. People talk about Bruno like
Yeah.
he's gonna be the part of the reason they drive back. I don't
All right.
think
So who's the best player at Man United right now?
Hoyland. I'm joking.
So what? Based on form or give pure
Just,
talent?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
It's Rashford.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is.
It's Rashford. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on pure talent. If you're saying you're playing a 10
I
out of
think it
10,
is.
your 10 out of 10 is better than.
This is what my
Bruno's
Man
10
United
out of
fan
10.
was getting hit with today. They're saying he's your best player and he's not playing like it. I
Yeah.
personally didn't say that because I think Bruno is viewed as yeah. Yeah, you've got me there still. I can't bring myself.
Yeah.
Right, go on. Who's?
You can say Bruno,
Say
innit?
Bruno,
Yeah.
clearly. No, it's not though.
I think
How?
I'd have
It's
to
not
lean
though.
towards Bruno.
He's one of their better players, but it's
Yeah.
not.
I'd have
It's
to lean.
Rashford.
No, I'd have to lean towards Bruno.
Nah,
Nah.
I don't think so.
I think a Bruno 10 out of 10 is not as good as Rashford's 10 out of 10.
it's not.
Yeah, but we've seen Bruno's 10 out of 10 more often than Rashford's.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, but
doesn't make him a
wasn't the
better player,
question.
though.
That wasn't the question.
That doesn't make him really
Nah,
better.
I just
tweaked
think
it.
Bruno is the best
For
player.
real.
No, Bruno is the best player at Man United. That's what I think.
He's not.
He is.
He
He's
is.
not. It's arguable, but he's not.
Yeah.
So you mean just
It's
on
not
player
like,
quality
it's not,
level
It's not like a.
or
like he's going
actual
about
what
the
they've
water.
done since they've been at Man United? Or are you just saying if we just look at Marcus Rashford as a player, Bruno's
Yeah.
even
Who's
then,
the best-
Ra-
give
me
nah,
your
even then,
Rashford's 10 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you
better
what his
than
10 out
Bruno's.
of 10 is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the left wing, he drives, he cuts in, and he hits and he hopes.
Nah,
You're taking the
get
mick,
out of
bro.
here, man.
You're
Like what?
taking them.
Yeah,
what you
bro.
say? Young
He
Jermaine Defoe.
laces that ball,
He
it can
does
go
lace it.
anywhere.
He
I've
does.
seen the ball go everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Not.
I've seen
that
children
often,
duck in the crowd and
You're
that.
taking
Bro,
the
I've
mick.
seen the ball go everywhere.
I
Hitting
don't know.
hope might
I've
be
seen a
harsh.
few
innit,
wayward
but-
shots from Bruno, bro. Let's not make this.
No, of
Bruno
course,
versus
but
Rashford.
a 10 out of 10
passes as
from
well.
Bruno, you're going to get a whole. It's a different player. That's
So
a
you- so
different
you-
man
so
to
you
what
think
Rashford.
a 10 out of 10 from Bruno affects the game way better.
Of course,
Way more than a
100%.
10 out of 10 from Rashford.
100%.
Okay. My issue with the 10 out of 10 from Rashford is I've not seen it often enough.
Well, how often do you see it from Bruno?
Yeah.
Like-
you might have seen him like an 8 out
But
of 10.
at
9
least
out
I
of
see
10.
it often.
No.
Bruno
When he
Rashford.
started at Man United, when
Yeah.
did that purple patch, we can call it,
Yeah.
finish?
Didn't he score
It was
like
a
20
very
goals
long
in the
time.
season?
But even if you speak to Man United fans in that period, it was a case of he wasn't really influencing the
Yeah,
game.
it was stat padding.
He,
doing a
he
lap-
was just getting a penalty, or the ball might fall to him.
Wow,
and
he
he
was
had a
doing a
pop
Frank
shot.
Lampard, man.
Like, so,
But they was talking about he's the biggest impact ever at Man United.
Yeah, stats
One
wise,
of
it
the
was.
players.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so-
why. But yeah, I test.
All
him.
right. Listen, we're gonna come on to Rashford later. I think it gets. If he doesn't start scoring soon, it's gonna start getting tricky. And I think he's moving like some of those NBA players. You know, when your contract's up for the season, every three is hitting
Yeah.
He's the best defensive player. Now the contract is done. I hate to do that whole he looks like he doesn't care, but the proof's in the pudding. You're not putting up the numbers and you're not affecting the games. Right. I didn't see this one coming, man. Didn't see this one coming. Aston Villa 6, Brighton 1.
That was a good game as well.
Ollie Watkins on
Very good
fire.
game. Very
Bruv,
good.
On fire.
another person I rubbished. Maybe I should just retire, innit?
It's only the second game he scored in though, so
Doesn't
Who?
matter, man.
What-
Hat-trick's a hat-trick,
Only the
bruv.
second game he scored in. He's got 2 hat-tricks this season, isn't it?
No.
in the league. Okay,
Oh.
I was in the League Cup, man, or
I was about to
Europe.
say.
Don't really count. Innit?
Yeah, but hat-trick's a hat-trick, bro.
Yeah, they're in Europe conference.
Yeah, when it was like the prelims. He went-
Yeah.
Said the prelims.
But yeah, with me on this one, I'm not surprised that Villa won. It's the margin
Yeah.
that they won by. And I know they're in Europe for the first time, Brighton, and they're juggling the league. But the rotation that De Zerbi's doing, man, I think it's too much. Like one game he's making like 6 changes.
He made,
Then he's
didn't he make 9
5
changes for one of his Europa
Then
League
he's
games?
making like 5 changes. And I know you kind of want to keep it fresh and whatnot, but I think there's too many changes.
But he's been doing that for a long time though. When it works, but no one says anything. Now
But
they
when you're
got
playing
slapped.
once a week,
Yeah.
Okay. When you're playing once
Yeah.
a week, it's yeah. Okay.
where there's like you can get a bit of rhythm in it like once a week, but it's just like chop and change.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember they got knocked out of the League Cup midweek, lost their first European game. I just think it's too many changes in it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's for me.
And he's already started saying stuff in the press conference after. Oh, Europe and doing Europe and the Premier League is a different thing. But they got to deal with it. I think they've got good depth in the sense that all the players there seem to know how to play the system when they're in there, etc. So I don't actually think it was a fatigue thing. I just think Villa had a plan, Emery had a plan, and they just executed it really well. And maybe if they weren't tired from Europe mentally or physically, it could have been a 3-1 instead of whatever. But that just looked like a plan that just worked really, really well. That was it, really.
Yeah, it might have been a blip.
Yeah,
So one-off
exactly.
game.
There's a blip
'Cause
for-
it was a big
And they were
5
taking licks.
goals.
Yeah.
That's mad.
There's a blip for Brighton. It just looked every
It's
time
mad.
Aston Villa went forward, they looked like scoring every time.
Yeah.
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 Villa were good
Something
at home,
wasn't
innit? So
Yeah.
and then I think Brighton gave a debut to like an 18-year-old as well, didn't they? Started in centre mid.
Of course they
So-
did. Bloody hell. So against Douglas Costa and who else started for them? Because I think Tielemans came on later.
Ramsey.
That was
Ramsey came on. Tielemans, I think, came on.
Are we sorry? Just touch on Tielemans. Are we finally seeing that he's not as good as everyone made out?
Yeah. Now, what are you looking at me for?
Because I'm sure someone said they would sign him on a free.
I didn't want
I'm
Tielemans.
sure
They
someone
definitely want
said
me.
it.
But that isn't-
Did man say it was a 10-out-of-10 signing?
That who
Yeah,
said
I
that?
did say that. No. I said it was a signing for Villa. For
That's
Villa.
going
Villa.
too far.
Even for Villa,
That's
that's
going
what
too
Villa
far.
said.
That's going
Brother,
too
be
far.
confident.
But I did say I would take him on a free.
Yeah.
That is-
No, I did
that's-
say that. I did
To
say
do
that.
what when we got
That's
Elneny, bro?
no, I'm saying at the time I would have.
I'll take him over Elneny.
okay, on a
Like,
free.
I
What's
love
the problem
Elneny
with
to
that?
bits, but
I wouldn't take him over
player,
Elneny. I'm
I
sorry.
would take him over Elneny.
No way, no chance.
No, I would.
Yeah,
No
he
chance.
should
Nah,
have
do you know
stayed
what?
in the
Yeah,
Championship.
only because his injury record isn't great.
Elneny's?
El Neni
Mm.
has always been good, man. When he comes on, he's been good.
No, he's a steady
can't really fault
Eddie in
him.
that.
Mm.
But Tielemans is a younger Elneny to me.
Nah, but
He just passes forward a little bit more.
I think he's. I think
Tielemans
he's
Tielemans,
better.
loves-
I could see Tielemans doing stupid things and
I
not
think Elneny's
caring
better.
and walking around on the pitch. At
people
least
have-
El Neni is
Yeah.
He tries, isn't it?
Yeah.
People have said his mobility is an issue as well, which I don't look too much into, but apparently it's a thing. Like when you assess him and do the analysis, blah blah blah, his mobility apparently isn't where people want it to be, which is why certain teams haven't picked him up. But he's gone there. I mean, Ollie Watkins, well, for the own goal as well. They had everything today. They had everything. You let a man score a hat trick. The guy in my fantasy team scores an own goal.
in everyone's fantasy team.
That's true. So they actually matter. Jacob Ramsey, Douglas Luiz. I mean, from 14th minute, and then they scored the last goal in the 97th minute. So it was total dominance all the way through. Aston's fighting goal was decent. Good for him. Just bad circumstances. He's got a goal. Hopefully that gives him a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
But just took up to his anomaly, innit? I mean, Villa got their slappings early on in the season.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Mm.
It is one of those
You
things.
don't really know what Villa's going to turn up, and
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that against Brighton, but there's other games they've lost, and you're like, how did they lose that game?
Yeah, well, Villa are what, 5th now?
Yep.
Yeah, like they're just creeping, innit? Like those consistent.
They can do that to
Consistent
any team,
teams.
but it's just you don't know.
I
which
think
one's gonna
that's
turn
what's going to happen with Villa and Brighton though this season. I think they're going to have the off game every now and again, like a proper off game every now and again.
Yeah, but you know what? Everyone in the Prem is capable of that, to be honest.
Well,
out. Everyone,
I think.
Not
Yes.
everyone.
every team.
we've seen that this weekend.
Wait, having off games or slapping the team up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Getting slapped.
Oh, yeah.
no, off
I'd
games,
say-
yes, not getting
I'd say
slapped.
Bar City, every team.
Bar
has been,
City?
Bar City,
No,
every
stop.
team has been slapped in
think
the
so.
recent years.
In recent years.
Who? Back
Yeah.
Who slapped you? Who
Why
slapped
are you going that
Liverpool?
far back?
Who slapped Liverpool?
No,
City
Liverpool
slapped
got
us.
slapped.
When?
No.
How was the
Thingy
score?
slapped
Last
Liverpool.
season, 4-1.
Oh, was that
Okay.
a few years ago though? I
you
swear
talking about
Villa. Villa slapped them
Are
7.
you really-
No, when was that? Though?
That's like 3-4
But
years.
yeah, that was too- that's what I was thinking. That
You
was
did say
too
it
long
the last
ago.
couple of years, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, I think
yeah.
if we go last 2 years, I can't see you not holding any slap unless City comes
What's a
to the
slapping
ground.
for?
4+.
Four.
Anything
Yeah,
3
four.
above
3-1, 3-2.
No, that's
3-1
not.
is not a
Anything
slap.
above
It has to be
4
4.
plus.
4 plus.
It has to be 4.
Yeah.
What, 4-1 is a slapping, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4-1.
yeah.
slapping.
4-1 is
Isn't
a
it?
slapping.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah, we
it's-
haven't
I think it's
We don't
slapping
get
with a
slapped
capital S if you're at home.
got
The away
4.
team
Yeah.
scores 4 goals at your ground.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
I can't see anyone doing that. to
Anyone,
you.
not
Man
anyone
United
can get
have-
slapped, bro. I can't see anyone
Not
getting
this
slapped.
season.
Man United have held
Yeah.
licks.
Yeah, they
Who gave them licks last season? Someone gave them licks. last season.
Brighton,
Liverpool.
Brentford, I swear.
What was the score?
Maybe
7, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
7. Yeah, that's
Oh,
mad.
I enjoyed that. I can't see.
Not
I
anyone.
can't see us getting licks
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so more off days, but yeah, I think every
Yeah.
team will have like off days.
But I reckon if we had it off, I can't see it happening. But if it did, it would be bad. It'd be 5s. Like it would just be crumbled because
Who,
our system is so Arsenal. Our system is so tight, and
I don't think
when
it's
it
gonna
works
happen like that.
99.999% of the time.
That.
But if it did go wrong one day, like you just buck a, it's not Barca anymore.
I think it'd only be Man City.
I think it would only be
I don't think
crumbling
it would be
if
Man City.
our heads just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like head
So
loss.
it's unlikely, but if it did happen, it would be 5s.
But to who though?
I'm trying to think because the Bayern ain't buying anymore.
Oh, you're talking about Champions League? All right, maybe, but not in the
Nah,
league.
nah,
Because I
I
thought you were
I
talking about
don't
the
think
league.
so.
In the Premier League, we're
Nah.
not getting slapped by
Maybe
anybody,
City,
bro.
maybe
Maybe City.
maybe City, and that's it.
Maybe.
And that's it.
Why you crossing your fingers? It's better.
Well, no Rodri, but we'll come to that. Luton. Oh, Isaac, bro, where are
Yeah,
you?
they needed him there, innit?
Where are you?
They got the point last week.
Team he hates.
That's why it's for the
Everton.
sick. No, that's why it's for the sick.
Yeah, the team he hates Everton. So it'd be happy. It would be saying C, but Luton.
But we did say who are Luton going to beat, and we said Everton.
That's mad.
We said it.
Remember,
I
I asked the
didn't expect
question.
it at home though.
Remember, I asked the question: should Datch get sacked for this? I know it's one game in isolation.
No, it's not.
So what you-
But-
but you didn't even say for the season. You're saying for this game.
Hear me out. Hear me out. He's had a poor season, and then you get touched by the team that no
Has
one
he-
is expecting to lose to.
Okay, I'm not a Dash fan. You know this in the group, yeah. But has he had a poor season, or is he doing the best with what he's got? Because he's only just bought his signings.
He's having a poor season.
He's having a poor season.
He's got better players than
Facts.
Luton.
Come on, he can
You
play with
can't-
reserve team.
are you giving him an excuse
No, I'm
to
asking.
lose to Luton?
I'm asking. No, because to
Nah,
your point,
bro.
you got to look at it over the games, right?
Yeah,
So losing to Luton, yeah, that's mad still. At home as well.
That's crazy, bro.
That's the second goal to finish.
bro.
That guy's decent.
And Everton's not an easy place to go, you know.
So
That's off to Luton.
And you got to
Luton,
think about it. Everton have only played Arsenal, the real hard team.
yeah.
Okay, Villa.
Don't that make
maybe.
it worse then?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
out of the 7 games, like,
And Everton have played one more game.
oh yeah, then Luton haven't they? Yeah.
Luton
They're playing
Burnley played tomorrow, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're on 4 points. They're both on 4 points now. If Luton go above Everton,
That's mad. Oh, what, Luton Burnley? Oh, that should be a good game.
yeah,
That should
that'd be
a good
all right. I mean, Burnley, I never experienced it, man. Like, this is, of all the 3 teams, I thought Burnley
game.
were
I
the
thought
ones
it would be Burnley.
that'd be bopping.
I think
And
so.
Yeah.
I'd never
Yeah.
thought that.
I didn't
Never.
think they would do the
played ball in
madness.
Championship.
I don't care.
They balled out
I
in
said,
Championship.
I
bro.
said that's the reason why they're gonna go
Because
down.
they're going to think that they can.
because they're gonna
They
think
can
that
do that
they
in the
can
Prem.
play ball in the Prem and they can't.
But I thought they'll do better than Luton. So we'll see.
No,
Once
but they're
season's
all
going,
going
bro.
down. It doesn't matter which order they're
Yeah.
going down in.
I don't know,
I
man. I
think-
think Everton going to give them a good run for their money.
Maybe that's the only one.
I think company needs to change his outfit. That flat cap, blazer, and t-shirt
my
combo.
days.
It's not working.
What's wrong with you,
The
bro?
football gods are not
It's fine,
appreciating
man.
it. Like, nah,
It's
man.
fine.
It's not,
Clearly,
man.
he's a
not.
man. He's on the Neo thing, innit? He don't like. He don't like being seen without a hat. I don't think it's swag type. I think his pitch side swag is alright.
Miss Independent thing.
Yeah.
Taking a mick, bro.
If you ever buck him anyway, that's on you. I'll help you.
Nah, the fit's gotta go, bro.
I think his pitch side swag is alright.
I think it's alright, man.
I just think I hear him talk. Yeah, he does interviews, and I don't want to say he's drank the Kool-Aid, but he just
You want to say it?
He just says all this great stuff, but bruv, on the pitch, you ain't doing it.
It's the Prem, though, man. You got.
I know.
Yeah, but there's a level of respect that you have to have for the Prem as well.
I agree.
And coming with that, trying to do this tiki.
But if his style of play gets him a few points to stay up, no one's saying that.
Look,
I start getting into
I think they're planning for next season because, as I
In the
said to you
Championship
before,
or in the Prem?
in the Championship, because
That's
the
nice.
players they've bought don't strike me as these are not players that are Prem proven or necessarily are Prem quality today. So they just strike me as a team that's saying, okay, well then, this was ahead of the plan. They always talk about it was early in the 5-year plan or whatever it was. So we'll take our money, take the parachute money, and then we're gonna have players that can absolutely kill the
they'll stay.
Championship next week.
The players they
next
sign
year.
will stay for the championship.
Yeah, and then next time they come up, they can be a little bit more adventurous. They could do things a little bit differently.
So who was the teams that were in trouble other than obviously those three that come up? Who was the teams that were in trouble? Everton,
Wolves.
Forest,
Wolves were supposed to.
Everton was first.
Possibly
Everton,
Nottingham
Wolves
Forest,
and
but
Forest.
I don't think they'll go.
Yeah.
and the only team that we can see that might be really close to them is Everton.
Yeah, because Forest has been okay.
Forest are calm,
8 points.
and
already.
they've invested again.
Yeah, it's true.
Wolves, they look like a different team. How they're playing, you know they ain't gonna be in trouble like that. They might be down there, but they're not gonna be in trouble.
And the interesting thing about what you said is like even their investments. Remember, they just saw the big players also. Let's see, but even their investments, they signed Divock Origi. He's not even started playing yet. That's someone that could even start paying dividends for them once he's fit and it's crunch games, big games. So there's definitely, it's easy to say that it's scattergun, but their plan has worked. They've stayed up, and we talked about banking points early. Played 7 games, got 8 points.
Bro, there's big investments from them teams.
Yeah,
Apart from Everton, Beto. All right, cool. But that Hudson-Odoi, them type of players, bro, you're bringing into your squad. You're not gonna
Hungry.
And yeah, you're forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, Hudson-Odoi and those type of players, you're not gonna really be in trouble.
Yeah.
With
As long as
them
they
lot
play
that's
to their
coming up,
potential.
they haven't signed anyone.
Yeah. No, it's true.
They're championship players in the Prem.
And signing promising youngsters. That's why for me, Burnley looked like the team that's planning
That's how
for.
Ross Barkley, bro.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was
madness.
Mad. That was absolute madness. But Luton, big up to you. I'm gonna be a hypocrite and say, yeah, that's cool, but win at home, innit? Let's get some points on board at
They'll get
Kenilworth
some
Road.
points, trust me.
I think the Burnley game is at Kenilworth Road actually. So
Yeah, it is, because that's meant to be first game of the season.
come
But
on.
yeah, they got to pick up points, because normally the league kind of breaks into 3, innit? You've got like your top teams, your middle teams, and then teams down at the bottom, innit? And you kind of want to pick up the teams who are going to be fighting relegation with you. So winning
Well,
against Everton, real relegation battlers.
It's already a game that Burnley, I think, can have to win. But Luton could take a draw from that and push on because they've had a win, they've had another draw.
Yeah.
Burnley,
I think both need to win, bro.
I think Burnley, it's a must win already.
Yeah.
In their 7th game. They
No,
got
it's
1
100%
point.
must win.
They
But
got
it's nice
1
for
point.
Yeah. If Luton get a draw tomorrow, that's 3 games unbeaten. That's decent for them.
It'll be
goal
good for them.
difference
It'll be
is
good for them tomorrow.
Goal difference is -11
Rock bottom, yeah?
in 6 games. Now Sheffield United are well,
Jeez.
-14, 1 point. Mad. 0
That 8-0
wins,
drubbing,
1
innit?
draw each. And then Sheffield
But
United
those fans
just lost 1 game.
can't be thinking anything other than relegation for their teams.
Yeah,
There's
they're
no
just
way
right. They're just
they've
happy.
come
They're just
into the
happy. They're just
Prem
happy.
and thought went on the
It's
foot.
just a
Like,
party every game.
I was listening to a podcast the other day and a journalist was saying, yeah, like the Luton fans, bruv, you
they're
can't
just enjoying.
you can't dampen their
Yeah,
spirit,
yeah,
bruv.
they're just enjoying. That's
it
fine.
every week, going to the away games, the stadiums, the players. Obviously, they want to see the team put effort, but the Luton players are putting effort. That
Yeah.
they're so
They
just
can put
enjoying
as
it.
much effort as they want. They ain't gonna make it, bro.
Yeah,
But
and
I
players
wa-
like Morris,
Mm.
who scored at the weekend.
The striker,
He could be putting himself in the window, innit?
I agree,
I'm in the Prem with a mediocre team, but I'm scoring goals. Anyone coming up next year or
a top championship team, maybe a Leeds will pick him up or something.
Yeah, Leicester might need a striker.
It's not a bad shot.
Do we think? Do we still think Fulham? Not Fulham. Luton are gonna beat Derby's record?
Yes,
because they're not currently bottom of the league. So
they must do. I told you from.
You still think it's Luton?
It might not even be Luton. It might be Sheffield United now.
But my question is specific to Luton, though.
No, it's not possible.
11 points. You still think it's gonna be Luton?
I don't think anyone's gonna. That's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone. 11 points. No.
So you're saying everyone's gonna get more than 11
Brother,
points?
if you get 10 points in this league, they should drop you to League One. 10 points
a mad
in 38
That
games.
is a madness.
No, I can't even fathom that. I actually need to go back to that season and check the results. I don't think at the time I actually realised how mad that was. 11 points
every week, bro. It was every week, bro. I think they picked up those points early in the season as well. After that,
just finished.
Imagine the teams that they actually picked up points against.
I'm gonna bring that back to the pod, but I'm gonna do some research because 11 points, man.
That's mad.
Yeah, that is.
They've got 4 already. Even Burnley have got 1 point. Yeah, just need 10 more points.
You make it sound easy. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy.
7 games. What? 31 games.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
It's not possible, man.
1 from 7. Do the maths.
Because if I look last year, what did the bottom team get last year? Maybe look last year. Hold on.
It was 30 odd.
Was it?
Well,
I want to say 24.
Team got 25 points.
Oh yeah,
was it?
25.
Oh, wow.
Southampton won 6 games, drew 7, and lost 25. The goal difference was minus 37. Jesus. So come on, man. 11 points. I'm not having it. You can't be leaving there with 11 points. They should just dash all of you out.
And Southampton were on a bad side.
They were bad enough.
To a degree. They were bad enough to go down, obviously, but
all right. Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4. I know Bournemouth has been a little bit of a not bogey team in the last few years, but it's definitely not been as easy as it should have been on paper.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't watch this game. I saw the highlights. It looked like a good all-round performance. But it looked like one of those games where once the first, second goals went in, then it was just okay.
Yeah. It's a professional job.
Ticking through them.
Definitely a professional job.
What do you think about this giving man a penalty thing?
What, the sympathy?
I like it.
Yeah, like
I told
boosting
you,
confidence.
Arsenal, we're an emotional club, bro.
I like it.
Do you
We're
think
an
it actually
emotional
helps him?
club.
From the play, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it will.
I think so.
Yeah.
I like it, but
I think so.
It's a pen, innit? Like, is that really going to help you next time the ball comes across the box and you're not going to air
Yeah,
shot?
because he's put the ball in the net. I think
Yeah.
so. Imagine
It
if you
does
missed that pen,
give
that
you
would have
something.
And that's what
Messed
I
him up.
think the risk wasn't worth the reward. I'm not going to lie. When I saw that he scored a penalty, I was thinking, I'm glad I wasn't watching that game.
Bro,
Because
if he
But
missed,
you know,
it would have been mad.
I
would've
feel
been-
like we proper like sometimes we look at players and we think, oh nah, don't do. But come on, he's a pro.
yeah, bro.
He's a top
It
player.
don't always happen.
He just might not be, of course, but it's a pen, man. He's gonna do. And to be fair, I've been to a couple games this season, and in the stadium, it ain't like that.
Yeah,
Outside
100%.
the
Yeah.
stadium. How they
Yeah.
talk, how
And
they
you always
talk
have
about
to-
habits.
Don't you think football these days, T, you have to separate the social media fans
Yeah, 100%.
with the fans that are at the game.
I'm telling you, it
They were
ain't like
chanting,
that.
he got a song, innit?
Yeah,
They were all charting.
I'm telling you, and every time he does something, like everyone
wants him to do well.
They're well behind him.
No.
If
I'm
I
behind him.
was like now seeing certain things, you go football matches, you actually not like in these in this time, I don't think I would be on social media if I was a footballer.
Yeah.
Because
yeah. Mad.
it's a bit mad. Like I would just rather just play.
Yeah, no. I get it. I fully get it when they come off so.
To the penalty point, I read something today saying that it wasn't just like, give Kai the penalty because he hasn't scored. Apparently, Arteta wants to kind of keep the opposition goalkeeper guessing with the penalties. That's why it's rotated so many.
Yeah, Odegaard did take the second.
So Odegaard took the
Arteta,
first
allow
one.
it, bro.
But the Odegaard one is normal in terms
Yeah,
of.
these
remember,
are
but remember,
penalties. Oh, it's Saka.
Saka's
No,
Yeah,
taking
that's
the
what
first
I'm saying. No, I'm not
Saka's
saying it's
taking
normal in
Oh, but
terms
it's
of.
normally those two.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Saka would usually
But
pick it
now-
out.
Saka's on the pitch.
No, hear me out. Saka would pick it out and give it to Odegaard to make the keeper think, okay, Saka's going to take it.
Okay,
He's done his research on Saka.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's something I
Odegaard
read. Like, I don't know how true it is. Like, you can kind of see it seems like
with
something Arteta would do.
Odegaard,
innit?
yeah, not Havertz, not Havertz.
It's a thing. I can believe it still.
So it'd be good if Daz was here. He's not.
Yeah.
But he's been complaining about the performances this season.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why I wanted him here. Okay.
That was a complete performance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so
good
it would have been good to hear what he had to say.
You
about-
wouldn't have said it was a good
about
performance. I put it.
It would have been nice expecting it's more.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Jeez, man.
I do think having seen Guy Havertz up close now, he's an Arsenal player, etc. Sometimes I watch players and I think you're playing in the wrong era because everything now is numbers, stats, eye test. Because the numbers don't look good for him. Like he's not. I don't think he's scored over 10 goals in the league season in his career. Like, but
In England, he has in Germany. That's why Chelsea.
in his Premier League goals. But he's got appearances. I mean, he's played 30 plus games for Chelsea in every season, etc. So I always go back to multiple top coaches rate him. International coaches rate him.
There's a reason why he plays.
Yeah, there's something there.
Real Madrid wanted him. Bayern wanted him, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going off. Obviously, we can take things from the Chelsea, his time at Chelsea, innit? But I'm not taking like him as the player that he is from that Chelsea.
Yeah.
So you're giving him a clean
doing.
slate, basically.
Yeah, I've given him a clean slate. I've said I think
you
he's
have
a good
to.
player,
Yeah, once they make the decision to bring him in, you have to give him a
I
clean
think you
slate.
can. I think because he's been in the
and
Prem
he's
so
not playing
long.
up front.
Yeah.
He's not
I
playing
think you
up top.
can't give him a total.
Clean
Like
slate.
he knows the league, innit? Like he's not coming in and adapting to like a new surrounding. Like he stayed in London. Like the change hasn't been massive.
Yeah, but
A
you
clean,
expect
a
him to
clean
be
slate in terms of at Chelsea he was playing out of position. So I'm gonna give you a clean slate because
I'd
you're
say
coming
playing
in
more out
here.
of position at Arsenal than he was
Why?
at Chelsea.
No,
Do you think
no,
he's a striker?
He's
He's
not
not.
a striker though.
no one knows his position.
He's not a striker. Though. Let's put it that
When
way.
you hear German football journalists talk about him, they don't know his position.
At Arsenal, he's playing
So
the
what?
left. At Arsenal, he's playing left centre mid. In Germany, he played right centre mid.
I would have said he would have a 10 or a false 9 in it. Like
He's not playing far from that though. So he's playing
Yeah.
more in his position.
I think for
Arsenal.
me, it's since you've been in the UK, you've not hit certain. And again, I think the transfer fee didn't help, right?
Yeah.
But if he comes here and does the same as he did at Chelsea, the only thing you could say is, Arteta, Eddie, you paid that much money for a guy to come and score 8 or 9 league goals. But if I'm Arteta and there's something he brings to the team that's either going to help me maintain what we did last season or do better, then he's worth every penny. It might not look pretty on the eye. It might not slap 30 goals. There might be meme moments where he does an air shot next to the 6-yard box. But what I will say is I think Arteta is ruthless when he's ready. And I don't think Havertz is protected like that. He's not a Saka, he's not Odegaard.
not.
So there will be a point where Arteta will be like, all right, cool.
No, he's already chopped bench this season. He was on the bench when.
But I think that was a bit more of a taking back the firing line because he was back. Important game. You know, everyone's injured, blah, blah, blah. He was back in.
Wait, against Spurs, important game. He was on the bench, innit?
Yeah,
Started
that's
with
true.
Vieira.
Sorry, yeah, that's true. That's true. But I still think Arteta is persevering. And you got to give it time. It's 7 games in.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. Like I still don't think he elevates you in any way, shape, or form that you need to be personally.
Yeah.
But like you say, 7 games, if towards the back end of the season when things are kind of at stake, more important, if he starts coming up with numbers and performances, then fair enough. But personally, I don't see.
Yeah, we've not
Yeah.
seen a
Like
65 million pound signing yet.
I thought he would have started how he was in the friendlies. I
Yeah.
thought he would have started kind of like that. I thought he would have had a couple goals. I thought he would have been a bit, because I watched him in the friendlies and he looked very good. He looked good at least. But I just don't think he's kicked on as quickly as I thought he would have. But I still got hope for him.
Well, we have to use
I'm an Arsenal fan that's behind.
But yeah, we're still
Yeah,
waiting.
have the hope in your heart. Like,
Still need to see
I
what
rate
happens
it,
when
man, I
we
rate
got
it.
when we have Partey, Odegaard, and Rice all fit. So we don't know
Partey
whether,
went back to training today, didn't he?
exactly. So
Yeah.
when he's fully fit and up and running, we don't know.
that three hasn't played yet, has
They
it?
haven't played together.
No. To be honest, what I want to see, they have no.
I think maybe
Because
one
when he was
game.
doing Partey right back.
Oh no, it was
Oh,
in
that's
Oh,
what
you
I'm
mean
saying.
in
That's
in
what I'm
Community
saying.
Shield.
Yes.
That's not the same.
Yeah, true.
That's
But-
the only time.
They haven't
me,
not started.
City.
For me, it's the thing now is Emil Smith Rowe must be watching that Havertz thing and saying, all right, when is it my turn? Because he can do that position.
Yeah.
But Vieira's in front of you,
Yeah.
Havertz is in front of you. But it'll be interesting to see what part he plays this season. I still think he's going to have a part to play.
He
We've got too
definitely's
many
got a part to play.
games. We're not the best team when it comes to injuries.
Every time he's come on, he's looked sharp.
Yeah.
He's looked good.
done
He's
well.
looked sharp. So
So,
I think he's
It's
definitely.
fine. And I think actually now, I thought it was going to go the other way. I thought if there was more injuries at the end of the season, Arsenal going to be like, look, we need to whatever. But I think now, if he stays fit this season, he's going to be saying to Arsenal, you man, like, what we doing? Let me go on loan or... Do you know
No,
what
I
mean?
don't know if
Because he can't waste
He loves
time.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
He does, but he can't waste time.
Gotta
Everyone's
play in
kicking
it,
on.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's kicking on.
But because he's had so many injuries, he might not feel like he can do that. Because Arsenal are like persevering with him to a degree.
I guess so. Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Man like Gary O'Neill.
Can't lie. That's a
Tactical
big
masterclass,
sigh
what
of
they call
relief,
it.
bro.
Huh?
I kept refreshing to make sure that did it, bro.
Daz is manager of the season.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. And it's funny you said that because how many times have you like been out and about, checked your app,
Yeah.
the team's waddled up against City,
No idea. Never
do what you're
took that
doing,
serious.
look back. Yeah, it's 3-1.
You know how many times I've said to myself, I bet if I didn't check the score,
Yeah.
they would have lost. Bro.
All those little superstitious things,
Bro.
innit?
Nah,
Like,
Master one for them still.
It's annoying, bro. You touch it, 2-2, 3-2, Man City.
Yeah, but that's
Later.
what happened. It was 1-0. And
Yep.
I was like, I forget. Then I checked it back. It was 1-1. I was like, see, there we go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
expect
I didn't
2-1
look at
City,
it
innit? Like,
again.
yeah.
And again, anyone see the game?
I didn't
No,
see the game.
I
No.
was in the car
Mm.
and like I think the commentary was your game and they kept breaking to Molineux, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, like Wolves are in this game. Like even when it was 1-1, they were like, City are having chances. Haaland had like a big chance. I think when it was 0-0. But they, like the commentary team at Molineux weren't like shocked at what was happening, kind of thing. So yeah,
And they felt like they did a couple of things that I watched a lot of analysis and all the highlights, and they just basically told Matt Dawson, when it's time to get touch tight or get close to Haaland, that's you.
Good
Get
old
physical,
fashioned.
yeah.
Fashioned.
old school.
And then if
defending.
it becomes a pace thing, relax. Killerman's there. Let's not pull any hammies. Let's not, and it worked. And then obviously on a transition basis, they were just they did a bit like what they did to Manchester United. I mean, Neto.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought he was going to run off the pitch.
But he's looking for that
He's
movement.
looking
Yeah,
sharp, bro.
yeah. He's had a couple of horrible injuries. I didn't realise. And then as a Wolves journalist said to them, he's like, you got to remember, they felt comfortable selling Jota to Liverpool because Neto was on stuff at that point. Right? So yeah, broken kneecap and ankle injury later. He's
sharp, man.
he's looking sharp, looking
very
well.
sharp.
Inevitably, the absence of Rodri became a talking point. But I don't like running to the fact that one player, when you got a team like City's, however, that role is very, 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 very
Mateus
important in all
did
Pep
well, though.
systems. Huh?
Mateus did well, though.
But it's the first time they played together,
Nunes.
innit? So it was like
Yeah.
Kovacic and Nunes,
Yes,
innit?
yeah.
And so it's like, how do they?
Yeah.
And then they got Nunes going back to Wolves for the first time, like quite soon
But that's what
after
I'm saying.
the
He played
move.
well considering like he was getting heckled like the whole game.
Because Kovacic was the deepest before there, wasn't he? And then Nunes was,
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of talk about, well, look, if Rodri was there, they got better protection against some of those transitions, some of those breaks. I don't know, man. When you got a team, like I said, when you got a team like that and you had chances, you didn't take your chances. Are you feeling like this Rodri absence has been overstated, or actually it's no coincidence that since he's been missing, they've lost both games?
I think it's probably the reason why they conceded. They wouldn't have probably conceded 2 if he was there, if I'm being honest.
Yeah?
But they still have enough firepower to go and win that game.
Yeah, okay.
So
But
fine.
City always lose a couple games a season
They
with
do.
Rodri there, innit? So it's not
That's
like
true. That's true.
yeah. So it most probably was a bit of a factor considering you're not only missing Rodri, you're missing Rodri and KDB.
And KDB.
So
Yeah.
Rodri's normally playing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a slight factor, but I don't think that should take away from what Wolves.
No,
done.
of course. I guess the conversation is you can have your game plan.
Yeah.
But was your game plan a little bit more successful because someone of that caliber wasn't around, right?
Yeah,
So-
potentially.
I'm happy he's not there for the Arsenal game, innit? So
Of course, bruv.
let's
When
If
we
he's not there,
faced
then
them and
Partey's
didn't
back.
have Partey, we didn't have Partey when we faced them, innit?
Mm.
That crucial game. Like,
Yeah.
So, same thing now.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that game without Roger. No Roger, no KDB. KDB loves playing against Arsenal.
What about
Loves
this Haaland talk? Another game where, how many touches did he have in the box? One
I don't care.
I don't. Yeah, this is it.
I'm not hearing it.
I don't care.
You lot don't care about that at all.
Nah,
you
it's
look
no
at his
point.
overall get. It's just goals.
There's no point.
That's what it's about.
But that's what it's about, isn't it? Because like, there's another stat saying that he hasn't scored like an opening or a winning goal since like March or something like that.
What about before March?
So he's not a decider.
This is
Bro,
it.
he's
Like,
not a decider. What about that?
No, but between September and March, he was.
Listen, he's
And the
allowed to
thing-
break, innit?
yeah.
And
the
then
thing
you
is,
had
like,
April, May. Sorry, you had April, May, and it's just turned October. So that stat is mad. I hate stats like that.
And the thing is, like,
because it's not like they play June, July, August.
if you're winning 2-1 and you score to make it 3-1,
That's an important.
it's an important goal, isn't it? So like,
Technically, it's not the
first
winning goal.
Yeah, but it's an important
But
goal.
we
Like,
all
this is the
know,
thing.
what do we call 2-0? The 2-1, dangerous score or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So-
thing that
2-0's a dangerous score.
Yeah, the only thing
2-0.
I think is that obviously in that City team, and I can't really go on about this because he's done it at every club he's been at, and they've been way weaker than City. So it's even though it was in the German league, but still,
Every league he's been in,
They-
man.
I honestly, I would like to know what Pep tells him to do. Like, if he just tells him, don't get involved, stay in the box, stay on
Maybe.
the last man's shoulder. I don't want you involved in nothing. I don't care if you don't touch the ball.
From what I can tell from interviews, it sounds like it's a bit of a 50-50 thing where every time I've heard him talk, he's always talked about, when the ball's in a certain place, I should be here so I can score. That's his thing. What is going to help me score? Coming deep, hold on the ball. Because he does get involved. He gets involved quite a bit. Even the goal against us.
Yeah.
But his number one thing is, what are the things I'm going to do that means I'm the one scoring? They brought me here to score. I'm going to be in the box. I'm going to be grappling with my man. When the ball goes across the box, it's my toe that's on the end of it. So, and when you've got a team where, everyone can play ball in that team.
Yeah.
Everybody. Actually, do you need him doing link-up play? No, everyone else is linking up already.
He scores enough goals to not even.
Yeah. He's top
need
goal
to
scorer,
do
isn't
that.
it? Like,
Exactly. And we're talking about him potentially not playing as well.
Like if I said to you, all
It's
right,
mad.
look, most games, Eddie Nketiah is not going to touch the ball. 4 or 5 touches. But he's gonna have a 1 and 2 scoring rate. You would bite my hand off.
Yeah, true.
You bite my hand off. So I think that all of us would love a player where he's scoring, and the thing we're moaning about is that he doesn't touch the ball that much.
and what's Haaland, like 1 goal in 1.5 games, something like that? Stupid, isn't it?
It's going to be fun Sunday.
Because
Gabriel
he's only got 2
and-
more goals than him.
and Haaland.
Son. He's only got 2 more goals than Son. That's probably why everyone's thinking, he's not playing well this season, or he's not started off.
Yeah, but remember, he didn't score that many goals than Kane. Kane got 30, and I think Haaland got 35, 36.
36.
So like he didn't like blow it out the water. Like
It's true.
so,
20% more, but okay.
no, but everyone's talking like he outstripped everyone in it.
I think that's more plaudits to Kane rather than.
Yeah, I agree.
That's mad.
Yeah,
I agree.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
30 in the Premier is not an
That
easy
is
feat.
crazy.
man.
You know what's mad? If we rewind this time last year, remember, he had that bad Howland had that bad charity
Bro,
shield. Everyone's like, can't cut it.
Bro,
German tax. Certain people in our group chat.
Nah, he was always
Darwin Núñez is going to be better than him.
Yeah,
That stuff.
yeah. Look now. Diaz is doing erratic things. Spurs 2, Liverpool 1.
Oh, yeah.
We needed Daz here for this as well.
Where are we starting?
We needed
where
Daz.
are we?
Let's
So,
start,
talk about the game.
let's start with the game. Start with the game. I didn't watch this game. I was too busy shaking my shoulders somewhere to some house music. So
Shall I give it a quick analysis? As
Yes,
I was
please.
in attendance.
yeah. Oh, hello. You at the what's it called? The
Did
London
you
Stadium? What's it
stay right to the end?
Yeah, there to the end. No,
Good
pay
stuff.
for a ticket. I'm not one of those
Let
people.
me set
discussion.
the tone quickly. He had to stay to the end because he was in the Spurs end. So if
you were.
Spurs,
Did you celebrate?
he's essentially a Spurs fan to everyone else around.
I know how to behave. I can talk about football well enough to get out of any situation. So yeah, talk about the game. So when it was 11 v 11, I didn't see anything from Spurs that I was quite particularly worried about. Like we were in the game, like quite happy, etc. Then obviously the Curtis Jones red card.
Okay.
It's 50-50 in it. Some people say some
red
people
flag.
some
I don't
people say
think
it's
it is.
a red. Some people not. Like it is what it is.
I don't think it's 50-50.
I'm surprised.
I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's a red card.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, you think it's a red
Yeah.
card?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said it's not a red. Okay.
Yeah.
What you said?
So in the stadium, I thought it was a red.
Okay.
having watched the game back, I can see why people are saying it's not a red because his shirt was tugged before he went in for the tackle.
So that's why your studs are mashing?
Can I finish?
Good.
He's gone to flick the ball past.
He's going to do what? Flip the ball?
Or like nudge it past him, and his foot's just kind of rolled over the top of the ball in it, and then onto.
I don't think that even
so that's
matters,
why people. I know what I'm saying. Like people, that's why people are saying.
I don't know why people are.
I can understand why it's a red.
But
I understand why it's a red.
I know why people
I'm not going to sit here.
You see when you say it's a red, yeah, it's almost like you're saying, nah, he
meant it.
Yeah.
But it's not about me.
It
doesn't matter.
You can do something by accident,
It's
bro.
dangerous.
It's a red.
Yeah.
You can do something by accident. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and dispute it. Like,
If it gets worse every time I see it, I'm not going to lie.
Bro, it's
It's
dangerous.
It was bad. Like Basuma's leg, it looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked
We'll come on
very
to the VAR
bad.
bit in a bit.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then, obviously, when we had 10 men, we played with 10 men a few times this season. Not too worried in it. Like we're set up to kind of cope with everything. It's just
The violins are up.
Sorry, but before you move on too much, we'll talk about Curtis Jones because I think it's not being talked about really, but he's coming to the team, doing a job. What does that sending off now do to your midfield? Because you were there.
What, the game?
Yeah, in that game. Yeah.
I don't think it does much because basically...
Oh, wow, no ratings.
No, it's just in terms of Klopp has set up a team that if someone gets sent off, he reacted very quickly.
Sorry, that's the point you were going on to.
Yeah. So he set up the team to adapt to what's happened. So it's not taking anything from Curtis Jones. It's just the team was set up. It's fine. 10v11, we're still playing well. We score a goal when it's 10v11, it gets wiped out. Whatever is what it is. Still playing well. Spurs have a break. They score. Fair enough. But we're not shell shocked. You go down to 10 men, you can kind of fall into your shell. But we're still playing well. We get the equaliser just before half time. Like it's fine. Like I'm happy with the performance.
Decent goal from Gakpo.
Yeah,
super volley. Nice.
He was injured when he scored as well. Going to the second half, you want your team to kind of carry on playing how they are. Jota comes on. He was either too hyped up. He looked wound up. Like he didn't. His touches in the game weren't kind of composed.
Oh, okay.
He was like chasing the ball after a bad touch and things like that.
Yeah.
He could have got booked before he got booked for the booking that wasn't a booking. If that makes sense.
Was
Mad.
But yeah, fair enough. He gets the booking for that wasn't.
Long story short, bro. Jota comes on, Jota goes off, lad.
And then
but I don't like that, man.
Once you're on a yellow card, whether you should have been given it or not, you got to be a bit composed.
Yeah.
Just let him run in it. Like I understand why he's made the challenge.
That's the bit I don't like because he's probably pissed from
he is,
the yellow that wasn't a yellow.
But
like,
as a footballer, you got to know
gotta be
you're
smart.
on a yellow. But you've got
this
it.
is the human part of everyone.
Yeah. And just to add to what T is saying, like there's almost level. We will keep moving. Right? There's levels to it. If I do something to you and I don't think it's yellow, that's a level of pissed. He didn't do anything.
Yeah,
literally.
I get
And
it.
you're talking about
been
his
so
touches weren't
steaming.
there. So he's
he lost
already
the ball, that's why,
so his touches ain't really right before all of this. His touches ain't right. He ain't getting into the game
Okay,
properly.
yeah, that's what you mean,
He's getting frustrated by that.
Yeah.
Then he's running back. I ain't even touched the brother. And you see when referees give you a yellow and their face and you're looking at them. Because he didn't even make up as much noise as that one as when he got the second yellow card.
Because he was like,
When that one, it was like he was just looking at the referee like, and I know that feeling like, oh, bang you in your and you know nothing can happen because you're not gonna relook it. You're not gonna look at it again. So it's literally like
Can't
how
appeal
we
it,
play
it's two
football. There is
yellows.
no VAR.
Yeah.
We ain't getting no help on
None.
that Sunday.
None, bro.
So, but it's
And from Liverpool's point of view,
do your head in.
bruv. And from Liverpool's point of view, it's two yellows, so you can't appeal it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. So we go down to 9 men just to kind of wrap up the game.
Yeah.
Go down to 9 men, and we basically play 3-4 in it. So we've got the bank of 4, 3 players in front of them, and we do well. And like I was sitting in the Spurs end, and you could sense the frustration among the Spurs supporters.
9 players, deal with them.
Like I was worried, didn't I? I was like, right, we've got to play 20 minutes with 9 men plus whatever.
Obviously,
injury
the outside,
timing.
you're like, go on,
Yeah.
Spurs, go on, boys.
And
Clapping and hugging people.
That's mad.
Yeah, like what I would say is that Spurs look void of any kind of creativity, even with Maddison on the pitch, because Son went off just before Jota got sent off. It's just like, where were their chances coming from?
But I saw a couple of chances. Like there was one when Madison's slip came through in the middle, like very simple pass.
Okay.
Madison. I mean, Son in the middle.
No, but this is Son's not on the picture this time. I'm talking about when they've gone down to 9.
The chances did dry up.
Yeah, so we had the low block like very well, and they found it very frustrating. Kind of similar to when they played Sheffield United. When Sheffield United kind of sat back. So I think that might be something Spurs fans might have to worry about going forward.
So do you think the drop off from Son to
Solomon
is just vast, or?
I think they just ran out of ideas. Like we would have like a counter attack. Nothing would come of it. It go to the keeper would roll it out to like the centre back. They'll get forward. You know, you get to the edge of the opposition box, and then the ball will go past backwards, and the crowd goes, like it was that.
Yeah. You're not getting for the kill.
Yeah, as I said to Mark before we started recording, just defending so well for nearly half an hour, and it being an own goal in the last minute.
Heartbreaking.
It's heartache.
Like, I
when
died a little bit inside, man. I'm not gonna lie.
One of us jumping around you, bro.
Like, I was like,
and those are one of those moments where you don't want to be in the stadium. You'd rather be at home watching that.
Yeah.
Like, what I saw when I saw that own goal going was tiredness. His position wasn't great.
Yeah,
he just lashed out for like, I don't want this to go across the box. Man's just tired, bro. He's been against the wall for 25 minutes.
Him and Van Dijk defended so well.
10 men.
Oh yeah. So since 26 minutes. So
that's mad.
He just seemed tired because even when he kicks the ball in, but he's facing his own goal basically. That's not where you should be when the ball's coming across the box. He was just tired.
Yeah, I just don't think he wanted to leave it because he didn't know who was behind him.
Yeah,
he could have left it, and Van Dijk would have had a.
But he would never.
But he would never.
My point is his body position when he's making that decision.
Yeah,
if he's fresh, if it's an hour ago, he's not like that. He's not the ball's coming from the right hand side. He's not with his back to the game facing his goal. He's not there. Do you know what I mean? And then that doesn't happen. So that's
just to wrap up, I would say, based on Saturday, I'm happy with where Liverpool are in it. Like,
but you lot kind of crept up like just silently, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I've got
you're fifth now, but
I think if we beat Brighton next week going into international break, I think that could be really good for us. And I'm not saying that we're going to win the league. I think we will be there or thereabouts. So
silently going about your business.
Pardon?
It's silently going about your business.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think top 4.
Yeah, like if we didn't get top 4, I'd be very disappointed based on how we played of recent.
So, video assistant refereeing.
Mm-hmm.
I've written my notes. When will it stop?
It's not going to stop.
Well, what I should have written is, where do we go from here? And before the Liverpool requests today for audio, they've requested audio.
Yeah.
They want to hear the audio.
Yeah.
I said to someone on Saturday when it happened, I said, we might be getting to the point where, man, they start thinking about lawsuits, bro.
It was said that Liverpool are going to sue them, you know? Today, I read it somewhere.
If something like that happens and I'm getting relegated,
yeah, it's peak.
That's
a lot of money, bro, yeah.
So can I just talk about the Liverpool response quickly?
Yeah.
So obviously this has mainly been on social media. And I've seen a lot of things saying, Liverpool are going too far.
Rubbish.
Liverpool are media darlings, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm thinking, we shouldn't have been the first team to kind of have this reaction in it. Like,
no, but this has been the worst case, though.
No, I wouldn't even say it's been the worst case.
Yeah,
like your case last season against Brentford, like
it wasn't the worst case.
This is the worst case.
I don't think it is.
It still cost a goal in it. Whether it's yards onside or net, it still cost a goal.
I think we've got to take everything into consideration, though. A game of this magnitude, how the mistake happened, because this isn't that someone's drawn a line and not seen this offside. This was literally just a procedural mistake.
Yeah, they didn't follow. They didn't follow the steps.
Yeah, they didn't follow.
That is bad.
But I think
our one when they didn't even draw the lines.
That's
the next.
I just think everyone should get behind this as a league, so that things are changed going forward.
Can I say something?
We're not doing this just for Liverpool.
What's going to change it?
No. Wait.
But we can discuss what the options are.
That's cool saying it now. because it's happened to you lot. You lot wasn't saying that when it's happened to
No,
other
because
people.
but that's
You want to
because
say, let's get on side with Arsenal?
no. But that's because you as a club decided not to do anything about it.
No,
if the club
it.
had come out and been like, right, let's do it, I'd be like, yeah. Like,
No, I think every club should be like, yeah, let's get on board
No, but
because it
you've
helps.
got- but-
It helps.
But that's what Liverpool are doing now.
Yeah,
innit?
it helps the game, innit? It helps the game. But I'm just saying, you lot wasn't doing that.
But why?
They weren't doing
But why are we taking to take up your fight? Like if you're sitting there,
Because you could say it's not our fight. It's the game.
It's the game's fight.
It's
no,
the
but
game.
but you've got to start. You've got to start in it. Like an injustice happened to us.
Why? Because you
Hold on,
could have
let me
said
finish.
this could happen to us,
keep,
which
man.
now it has happened to you.
Keep, man. You're only saying this because it happened to your team.
You're
bro.
moving mad.
No,
No. I hear what you're saying because
No.
you're saying we
I'm
need to start,
Liverpool.
bro.
I
You're
get
saying
what
the
he's
whole.
saying. He's saying we didn't
T.
kick up a fuss
I'm not
about it.
picking up
So
the
why?
phone from Emirates,
wait,
but, oh,
no,
you
but
man.
you could say this could
Okay,
happen to us.
T.
We're seeing
fair
something
enough.
is wrong.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we want to
let me say
deal
this.
with it.
If it only happened to Arsenal and only Arsenal had an apology, I could be like, fair enough. There have been
Countless.
14 apologies
Mm.
since VAR has started.
14.
So there you go
what's that-
again.
No, but I'm saying, but why is it like, oh well, it's happened 14 times before. Why should we get behind Liverpool? Well, no, this should have happened beforehand. One of those teams should have been like, nah, there's been an injustice happening. It's happening so many times. Let's take it forward.
I
Like,
get
I'm
it.
just saying, just
And
because it's Liverpool.
I'm in support of it,
First
but I'm
play
just
there, bro.
saying, let's not pretend that you lot was like going. You
I
didn't
don't-
want to do. You
Nah,
didn't want to.
see that reasoning, yeah, is why people don't prosper.
I know what he wanted to say.
I'm just saying,
I know what he wanted to say.
people don't prosper because of that reasoning. innit?
No. But
Right. Hold on. But let's get back to the point Keith was making it because I think it's foolishness. So Gary Neville criticized the statement, calling it a mistake. Obviously, Gary Neville thinks he's the spokesman for everything that's football in this country, but he called it a mistake, saying that talk of exploring all options and sporting integrity are dangerous phrases. Bruv, what are you talking about? We keep talking about Premier League, elite, it's top of the game, there's lots of money involved. We can't keep having people who have an effect on the game
Facts.
not do their job properly
get
and
rid
there's
of
no meaningful consequences.
Yeah.
Just saying,
But
go to
there
the
was a
Championship next
meaningful
week.
consequence. The guy that made the mistake for our thing, he got fired.
Yeah, but
No, but he's back.
Is he?
Yeah, he's back.
He wasn't
Okay.
fired. He was
What
just
was
like,
he?
he was just put on.
yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
and
word?
then
Demotion.
normally-
Back
normally
on
get
as
two-
what?
Like in some referee capacity, like he'd back involved with.
He's still working his way
But
back
he's
up to
not
VAR.
at VAR
Yeah, not
doing
right
No,
now.
stuff.
but,
no,
but
not
he's
right
still
now.
involved.
Okay,
innit?
so there was a consequence though.
Yeah.
There was a consequence.
minimal,
Okay,
though,
fine.
innit?
Okay, so that's a really good point. I guess consequence maybe is the wrong word. Remediation is the issue. So you getting fired on Monday doesn't change the impact you had on me and my team, me as an individual.
Mhm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying they should go back. I'm not talking in that rubbish. I've been in groups, people saying, they should just give the goal, whatever. Forget that.
Yeah, but
That's all
go on,
rubbish.
carry on.
But
That's
at
all
what point
rubbish.
though should they give the goal?
Yeah, but that's
Because
what I'm
we're
saying.
saying.
What can you give back?
The goal.
What can no? But if the game's gone,
If
Yeah.
the game's gone,
like
you can't give
Liverpool
it.
have now
It's
lost,
done.
they've got no
It's done.
points.
There's nothing.
Oh, yeah,
Their thing.
That's it.
It's done.
It's
So
done.
what can you do
In my
going
opinion,
back to that?
no. So you can't be
affect
going
it?
back. But in my opinion, every time we've had apologies, I've not seen enough from them about how they're going to change or do more so it doesn't happen again. So in the space of how many months? When was the Arsenal-Brentford one?
No, last season. I don't know. I
Last
can't
season.
remember.
Back in-
middle of last season.
Middle of last
Right.
year, yeah.
We're now in October and there's now a situation where, and I don't mind where you draw the line and you're saying it's onside and I'm saying it's offside. I don't mind all that.
Yeah, because that's
Well,
not black and white.
Yeah, we're in the bar where people have forgotten
To
how
follow
to- how to-
procedure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's now get to a point where, is this systematic? Is it the type of people you're
But
hiring?
is that
Is
that
Okay, so-
human error?
But
this
the
is
thing
a
is,
new
like,
human error.
but the error that's made. So like for people that know, don't know, sorry. So Diaz scores. The lino flagged it for offside. The people in the VAR room
Mm-hmm.
think that the on-field officials have given a goal.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've gone, check complete, and they said that if it's offside, they want to try to do things quickly.
Yeah.
So that shows you that the people in VAR are not watching the game.
Yeah.
At all.
That's a different era altogether.
Yeah.
Like
So
that's just crazy. Like for them to say check complete, okay, granted. My next issue is if they said check complete and they think that a goal's been given, they should have seen that Tottenham are not in the centre circle.
Yeah.
7 seconds.
Ready.
Yeah.
7 seconds, though.
What do you mean?
No, but
It
okay,
took them 7 seconds.
okay, but regardless whether it's 7 seconds or not,
No, check complete. 7 seconds, they kicked the ball. Then it's done.
Yeah, but he can have told the ref that you've done
no,
that.
but,
They
but,
didn't
but,
tell
I know,
them.
but
They
what
should have
I'm saying, but if I say check complete goal and I'm still watching the game as I should do in my capacity as VAR, you should see that they're not that Tottenham are not in the
That's the
centre
thing. They
circle.
didn't say
And
check
I
complete.
think that's
goal,
why they
just
want the
said
audio
complete.
because
Okay, no, but their check complete is for a goal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
guess what
But if
their audio is going to say? Guess what the audio is going to say?
What?
Check complete.
What's your point?
No,
Done.
no, no.
And
Done.
and-
Because
yeah.
they don't tell the ref anything
That's
other
what
than
we
that.
just
That's
said,
my
yeah.
point.
Don't say
No,
check
but that's
complete.
the audio.
If the audio says check complete and you say, wait, even if they tried
Yeah.
and they realize a procedure, I'm not gonna lie, I'll rest a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because to Keith's point, if you're watching the game, you can make a mistake, right?
Mm.
But we've seen many times when a ball gets kicked, even if I take a free kick, the ref's blowing up, hold on,
Yeah, exactly.
hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my main issue is there was a mistake made.
No, what, say that bit again.
So we've seen games
Yeah.
where
When they take the free
someone's
kick too
taking a
quickly.
free kick quickly,
Yeah.
And he said,
And the
and
ref
for
blows
some
it.
reason, ref's blowing up, pulled it back. No,
he's like,
wait.
Because
okay.
they're checking.
Yeah.
No,
Because
they're
they're
checking.
Not for
checking.
anything.
Wait,
anything.
because they're checking, the ball's
Anything.
rolling,
Anything.
his head's up and over there.
Oh,
no, wait.
but that's different though. They wait. It was 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they took the kick.
Yeah.
And then whilst it was playing, I can't remember how long they said, they then realized, wait, hold on. This is a major
They never said anything.
thingy.
But that's
the
7
point. Why
seconds.
didn't
They
they
didn't-
to realize?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get what you lot are
Yeah.
saying, but I'm saying that's what happened, innit?
Yeah.
After that ball has got kicked,
Yeah.
there's nothing they can do.
No.
I'll give you
No,
that. But
that's
what I
BS.
will,
I agree.
I'll give you that.
What-
But
There's
what I will
nothing they
say,
can do by the law, but that's bull.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
they
it's the law.
didn't tell the referee.
They didn't tell him till half time, but they
Yeah.
should.
There you go. So the referee
Yeah.
doesn't know anything
I know.
is wrong.
The
No,
referee's
no
not
blame
blame.
on
Okay,
the
so
The
forget
referee's
that.
got no
Yeah.
blame in
Okay,
this.
No blame on the
forget
ref.
that.
Referee's got no blame in
VAR
this.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the VAR people.
have looked and said, "Rah, we got this wrong."
But to your point about that,
Yeah.
and I'm guessing the rule has changed since then. Don't you remember when Man United got a penalty against Brighton after full time?
No, that's different though.
Why
Because
is it- why
because it
different?
can run on. If the incident happened within the time, within the game time,
you can
then you can go
So,
back.
the ball wasn't dead. So it's, okay,
Nah,
fair
it's
enough.
yeah.
That is
fair
different, but they can still tell the ref, look,
Yeah,
you've made a
like-
booby, man. Just
yeah,
pull this
but
back.
what-
What are they? What is he gonna do about it?
So
That's
not
why
play.
they didn't.
But
No,
but
How do
bro.
we know?
No, wait. I don't.
If the ball has been kicked,
I don't
I'm
agree
not
with
saying
you.
before.
Listen,
I don't agree with
those
you.
are the rules, yeah? But
Common sense.
rules,
man.
No,
exactly.
okay, common sense
should
for what
prevail.
though?
But
This is what I'm saying. I
what?
get what you lot are saying, but if there's a loophole,
T,
what
okay,
can
T,
you
T,
do?
T.
Sorry, Keith, before you carry on, remember I said this to Daz. I said, when it's law versus common sense, he said, no, you have to do the law.
Thank
No,
you.
no,
Can't
but
do
no,
common sense.
Okay, but
I
listen,
don't
T.
care.
This is
No,
us.
no,
I'm
T,
gonna
you
be.
don't care.
T,
No,
I
I
just
don't
don't want
know.
to say, but like,
it's not.
let's say let's say the 7 seconds happened. As they kick off, the VAR's gone, whoa. So nothing significant has happened, right? Let's just say he's passed it 10 yards to someone.
Exactly.
Let's say the VAR's gone, whoa, we've made an error.
Yep.
It should have been a goal if the referee goes over to the side of the pitch, it goes to Klopp and
Exactly.
Ange. Listen, the VAR guys have made the
Can't
terrible...
do that.
Yeah, but
The
that's
guy-
what-
Can't do that.
Listen,
But you can't do
You're
that.
saying if.
you're being too.
Oh, so you're
yeah,
just putting
but-
your thing on it.
No,
Because
but
that
you're
what I'm
can't
being
happen.
too matter of
No,
fact,
but-
bro.
yeah,
You're being
that's
too
not-
matter of
what
fact.
do you
We're
mean?
try-
Everyone
we're-
has
No,
to
but
be-
you
You
gotta
can't
hear the other
say
side of the
that.
story,
Say
bro.
that.
No,
You've got to hear the other side of the story. Hear me out.
Would you not?
You're
would you
being
not
too matter
think?
of fact.
Would you not
No,
think
what
if
do
he
you
explained?
mean?
No,
It's
but
the-
T.
Oh,
but
you
T.
can't
But you're not
do
understanding
that.
what we're saying, though.
But
You have to
would you not?
hear
Would you
what
not
we're saying.
think if the two managers heard the explanation? Listen, we made a grave
Shout out to
error.
them.
It should have been a goal. I'm gonna award a goal.
No,
And-
I'm gonna
No.
award a goal.
No, okay.
No.
But
Sorry.
Ange couldn't
Nah,
be like,
nah,
oh
nah.
no,
You lot are being too
I'm
much.
gonna
Of course
protest
he
it.
can say
Why?
that. Why can't he say
No, but
that?
Keith, you're making it seem like
We
it's up
have
them.
to give
It's
you
not
the
up to them.
goal.
Why are you asking the
All right,
managers?
listen.
It's not up to them.
You're saying the
Thank
guy's
you,
going to
and
lose his
you
job. Hold on. You're saying this guy's going to lose his job, yeah? If the referee blows and says, listen, we've made a mistake, we're going to award a goal to whatever.
You're mad.
Now listen, he's probably going to get a slap on the wrist because he's used common sense. He's not going to get fired.
And we wouldn't have this for Raw. We wouldn't have this for Raw.
You're mad.
It's easy for us to say that.
There would have been a 20-minute conversation on the field. They would have had to explain everything that happened to the two managers. Because you're mad. You're mad if you come over to me and tell me that there's been an error or something. Now you have to tell me.
2 or 3 seconds after
what I'm saying. No, it doesn't matter. You have to tell me what happened. So now you're going to have to tell me exactly what happened.
Everything.
To make me understand
and
that
you give a goal against
a stone cold thing that I have to. But you know what? In the fairness of the game, I'll let you lot score. You have to explain every detail.
Not let you lot score. We've given the goal.
You can't.
5
no.
Seconds. He just said if they've taken a free kick, 5 seconds later he said, "Whoa, stop."
They're not going to tell him to stop.
That's the point.
Bruv, but they're not going to tell him to stop. They're going to tell him it's a goal.
No. In his ear, they're going to say we've made an error. If they did. If they did, no, they didn't. They didn't know till half time. But I'm saying they cannot tell him. What are they going to tell? Stop the game? No, you can't stop the game.
But for me, there's no blame on the ref here.
There's no blame at all.
However,
no blame at all.
However, I'm with T. Unless they've told, I'm talking about. You see, when that free kick is, unless they've told him at that precise moment. As a referee, there is nothing
so he's
in the
kicked
law.
the ball, and you're saying, okay, that's it, goal's gone.
No, but it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that.
Saying that's the law.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying
it didn't actually happen like that.
Doesn't matter what's happened.
I think no. As a ref, there's nothing I can do about it.
That's poor.
Absolutely nothing.
I think common sense to prevail. That's poor.
Before tonight's game, they asked Lampard that same thing. What would you do if the ref come up to you on the side and explain to you, something happened? He said, if the ball straight away, like if you done it straight away and come over to me and explain to me what happened, he didn't say he was going to give the goal as well. He said he will be listening and he'll think, okay, fair enough. He didn't say, going to give you that goal.
Fair enough means he would have.
Maybe.
And that's what we're trying to say. We're talking about straight away.
Because they asked him a simple question. Would you give would you do it, like give a goal to the other team? Yeah. Then he said, if it happened a couple minutes later, not saying it was that, but a bit later, they're carrying on playing, which it did happen like that. Yeah. 7 seconds, then they started playing, then they realised something happened, then they didn't tell the it was a bit of time, innit? Yeah, he said you would have to come over to me and explain to me everything that happened because I don't understand what you're talking about now. There's an error. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Because I don't think you're saying about 3 minutes later. I think you're talking about instantly when you realise that they've taken the free kick and it's not in the right place.
As soon as they would have told the ref, and I think that's like, let's say, I'm guessing, no, it wasn't.
If they're watching the game, how would it not be?
It wasn't. If they was watching the game,
that's what I'm saying.
We're saying it should have been.
It should have been because if you're watching the game,
what should have happened. Correct. No. You're saying if it did.
No, I'm not saying that.
You said if the.
I'm saying the free kick was taken.
Yes.
Shortly after they said check complete. You realise he hasn't taken it in the centre circle, so therefore the ref has made an error, or I've made an error.
Nothing significant has happened in the game.
Cannot go back.
I get that, but I'm not saying minutes later. I'm saying seconds later.
We take that free kick. They take that free kick. Then yes, I'm all for what you lot are saying.
You're saying seconds later.
Seconds later. You've seen an error. You kick the ball. You just blow the whistle and say, bro.
As he kicks the ball, if he blows the whistle there, he can get away with it.
But it wasn't happening like that.
But he goes to the next player. Forget it.
This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't think you lot are understanding, yeah? The VAR are watching it or might not be watching it.
They obviously were.
But once they say check complete, 7 seconds go and there's a thingy.
I get it.
Remember, they're saying they realise there's a massive error once they've realised a free kick has been taken and not
which is straight away
to the centre circle.
Which is straight away.
Well, 7 seconds. Yeah. But how can you not see that whole process of a ball travelling up to the centre circle and whatever? Yeah, but so there should have been an instant thing. Wait, you lot are setting up for a free kick? No. So it didn't happen like that. It was a period of time.
I know this sounds trivial, but I feel like a man said, check complete.
Yeah, but they were watching something else. They were watching Ryder Cup or something. They were doing something.
They must have.
But what I would say though is that linesmen have been told if there's a 2 or 3 yard margin in offside to keep their flag down. So they're saying the flag shouldn't have gone up in the first place. And then it should have gone to VAR to draw the lines.
Yeah.
So the referee was absolved. The lino kind of got things a little bit wrong because it was tight. But
I think
for me,
what happens next, Keith?
In terms of what happens next?
Check complete goal or check
Hold on.
Offside.
So I want to hear. I actually want to hear the audio. I want to hear what the referee said to the VAR, because what if like we're saying, we don't really know if they was paying full attention to the game. Their one eye might have been on the game, one eye might have been on something else, innit? So how about we don't even know if they saw the Lino put up the flag?
We don't think they did.
I think they didn't. And now it's a goal they're checking, check complete.
No,
But
they said that.
No, but I don't think...
But they said they thought it was a goal.
No,
but
reason, though.
They said they thought the on-field decision was
a goal.
A goal.
why they said-
And let's see if it was onside. Yes, it's onside, check complete.
No, they didn't check for off. They didn't check for offside.
So what did they check for?
They didn't check anything. They just thought, oh, we've given a goal. And they've been like, oh, yeah. Like they
must have checked. They did check. They checked offside.
They saw he was onside.
Clearly onside.
They saw he was onside.
Yeah.
They didn't draw the lines.
Yeah.
And said check complete.
Done.
But
No,
That's what
apparently
I'm
they drew the lines, and we just didn't see the lines. They
no,
drew the
didn't
lines.
They didn't draw the lines.
They didn't draw the line.
Yeah, because you
It's
see
clear
if they
offside.
draw the line, you
It's
see
clear
it
onside.
No, they didn't do the
Yeah.
lines.
because he was onside.
Yeah, and that's why it was so quick and why they didn't feel like they had to go through every single step
Yeah.
because it was fine. Checking
Yeah.
a goal, it's
Yeah.
clearly a goal. Boom,
So
done.
for me, I think there's a couple of things. Like I think the audio needs to come out, see where the error was. I think in terms of VAR,
Doesn't change anything though.
no, it doesn't. But like, got to take it on the chin, innit? Like it happens, innit? In terms of VAR going forward, I think whenever there's a VAR decision, that audio needs to be released into the public domain, and then I think referees
Straight away. Straight away.
Oh no, after the game, like not straight away, like after the game. So like these were the VAR decisions over this particular weekend. These were the conversations. Whether it's a transcript or audio, they should be released.
But if it's not to change and make an impact on the game right there and then, what's the point of releasing?
No.
it if
So
nothing's happened?
the point I'm trying to make is you're going to get a series of VARs over the weekend made by different people, right? And there's not going to be consistencies. Those referees need to study those and understand why they're consistencies. Because there might be similar instances across two games where the VAR, like the handballs, they say, why have you given that handball, not handball? They've got to sit down and be like, I gave that handball because of this. I gave that handball because of that. And the top guy, Howard Webber's got to be like, you were wrong, you were right, consistency, you've got to do this.
So I think they do
going
that
forward.
already.
I don't think they do.
So I think they go through.
Because it's too inconsistent.
No, I think they go through. Well, apparently from what we've heard from our web, they do review stuff and they do go through it. And I think there needs to be a couple of things. I think one, there needs to be a bit of a fail-safe. And I think the problem VAR has had is, at first everyone's complaining it takes too long. I think there needs to be like fourth official. Someone should be. Do you know what I mean? Someone should have seen that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I thought when I heard about this was fourth official. That you're not like you're kind of in the middle of all it. You got your earpiece, so you've heard check go complete, and the guys put it down for a free kick.
The worst thing about the whole of this is there's a VAR guy and then there's assistant. VAR that's supposed to check what
Is
the
that these three
VAR
men in
guy
there,
does. Bro, but it's like you're the head guy.
Yeah.
And then he checks what you're doing. Then I check, he's checked that, you've checked, and then he...
And they've all got it wrong.
And everyone's...
Because they're all watching the same thing, bro.
So I think there definitely needs to be some review of how things are going on. And even if it adds, again, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But if you say to everybody, actually, this is now going to take a little bit longer because we're going to just make sure things... I think everyone will take it now. So there's that.
I don't see it.
And I don't think it will happen, but that's what I would be looking at. And then secondly...
Go back to the Arsenal thing. That took ages and they got it wrong.
Yeah. And so that goes into my second thing is, do we need to start looking at how are you selecting these people? How are you selecting people for this role? What kind of training are they going? Do you know what I mean?
There needs to be a referee school of excellence or something like that. People that want to be referees and they go through whatever.
But I think these don't want to be referees.
Human error will still happen though, bro.
But like you got to give like the VAR decisions like as part of the training and like T said, 2 men in the room.
Yeah.
Getting the error. Like 1 man, you can be like, all right, fair enough. It's 2 men in there.
Yeah, it's looking a bit systematic.
I think it's more about like making sure certain protocols have been ticked off. So for example, like he said, 1 man checks if it's a goal.
Yeah.
The other man says, okay, is it check complete goal or check complete offside?
Yeah.
and then feed that through to the ref,
But
and
like,
they'll say,
but
well,
like
almost
what
like
we're
a-
saying, human error. We're always it's
always
like
happen.
humans. We're looking to cut corners at any time. innit?
Nah,
We
you know what
can't-
it is?
Bruv, look at these errors. A man has forgot to draw a line.
Yeah.
That's his job, innit?
That's mad. That's mad.
And look how long it took. Like he started getting flustered and thought, no goal.
But this is where
This one, it's like we've done something wrong here, but I don't. What?
didn't tell the ref till half
Going
time.
on,
That's
like-
mad.
Hey, that pause you had there is exactly.
Yeah, like-
But this is where it's almost like, if you look at any business, if a person, etc., there's levels where there's situations where you can't get something wrong, innit?
Yeah.
What do they do? So even if you take an army situation, you have to, when I say something to you, you have to repeat it back, or you have to say, like there's things that,
Yeah.
I know I'm taking sounds a bit extreme.
No,
yeah.
but
No,
it makes
it's
sense.
But
though, innit?
there's a reason
Yeah,
why
it's true.
at that level, when there's a lot of jeopardy, they do certain things. So I think they need to start
You got to dumb it down.
adding
You got to
and
dumb it down.
literally,
basically.
yeah.
Because they've had so many apologies.
Yeah.
Like, this is the second one this season. Like, we're 7 weeks in. We've had 2 apologies on VAR.
I think it's the third.
Huh?
I think it's the
Oh,
third. this season.
look, that's even worse.
But I don't know. I
Hold
don't
their
watch all the European
hands.
football and stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't hear about these things going on in Spain or Germany.
Again, I listened to something today and they asked and they were like, nah, we've had more of these level of issues this season than other leagues. Obviously, they've been big. You can go to every league, Italy, Germany, there's been big stuff, but the frequency at which we're having it here is definitely more than other.
So they're saying that the English referees are not paid as well as their European counterparts.
They're definitely not.
Hence why Darren England was in Saudi Arabia.
I don't think
on
it's got anything to do
Thursday.
with it. Well, UAE, but
Yeah, UAE kind of
I don't think it's got anything to do with
refereeing.
it. But he came back 2 days before, came back 3 hours
I
before.
just feel like we
It's a
should
6-hour flight.
hire
It's
as
not.
well other
How much they're being paid is not
outside
it's nothing to do with
referees
it.
to come in.
Yeah, but foreign referees would work, but then they've got to be of a high enough standard that you get 10 decent foreign referees every week, innit? So how does that work?
No, we still got referees here that can do a job, but then we can big games or something like that. Who knows? But
I think
for
so.
some
So what
foreign
UAE
refs,
do,
I feel
basically?
like I feel like we should have some
I
foreign
think
refs as well.
Howard Webb's got a job in his hands, and I think they need to fundamentally look at, like I said, it's just a process fee. Like if it was
It's a process.
if it was anything else
Yeah.
and something failed many times with different people, you look at the process and be like, something's not right here. How can I make this process so fail safe that if I brought someone's mom off the street, she could do it? That's the point they need to get to.
Yeah.
As close to that as possible, obviously, with all the stuff.
I think the fuss is going to be for the betterment of the game anyway.
Yeah, no, I
know
agree.
people are saying it's OTT.
So
but
you
I
don't
think-
mind it taking forever, but as long as because it has to go through stage 1 to stage 10, and we have to take this amount of time.
I don't think it's going
with
to take
every
10 stages,
decision,
but I
I
hear
don't
what
care.
you're saying.
whatever
care.
it is.
Do it. Like,
it's
they
going
brought
to
it on
take this
themselves.
amount
I don't
of
care.
time, and
I've
that's
said it
just
from
how
the
the
beginning.
game
I don't
goes.
care because the one day it happens to me or my team, it will be FA Cup final or Champions League or the goal that wins the league. So I don't care.
Yeah, take
If it's got
your
to take
time
10
and get it
minutes in
right.
November, take the 10 minutes because I might need you to take 10 minutes in May, innit? So I've always said I don't care. It's not ideal, but it's better than getting the wrong decision.
One other thing, what was it like in the ground when all that stuff was going on? You didn't know nothing, or
No, so like the Diaz goal, like they just like, oh, it's offside. Like I thought it was close, but if they
You're
give
thinking,
it offside
yeah.
and VAR checked it, everyone was like, yeah, fine, whatever, innit? Like there was more kind of hoo-ha about the Curtis red card than
yeah,
and sorry, just on that as well in terms of VAR. When he went to the screen straight away, they showed the still,
it's still
which was like you're gonna send him off regardless.
That's more than enough, though.
There's
More
no
than
No,
enough.
but I'm saying
but
like
there's no way
you should be seeing it in real time.
he's
first.
getting away with it.
Yeah,
If
like-
you see that,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
never
yeah,
get
yeah,
away
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah. You've already planted the seed.
50-50, they still didn't help.
Still or not?
Yeah, you
yeah.
planted the seed. They should have seen it in real time first, then slowed,
Yeah, you
and
can't
then still.
just say
Like,
just
Because I was like,
That was VAR just saying, look, send him off. Look,
hold it. Yeah,
just
send
send
him
him
off.
off.
Take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, VAR, the gift that keeps on giving. Next, we got a bit of a hypothetical. Actually, no. Let's talk about Mr. Bellingham at Madrid. Because even though he's doing very, very well, there are still people that want to find something negative to talk about.
getting onto
Always
him
will
again.
happen.
So I've been hearing talks about he's overrated. All the actions we're seeing are just goals. We're not seeing enough of him as a midfielder, but my initial response to that, he's not being played as a typical midfielder. He's not been playing as a 6 or 8. He's being played in that 10, sort of false 9 position.
Yep.
So actually, his job is to affect the game with goals, get in the right positions. And we're seeing that with some of the goals he's got. Do you think there's any merit to some of this?
No, people are just pushing for stories, man.
I haven't watched him that closely.
I've watched 2 or 3 games, yeah.
But the last game where he scored and he got an assist, mad assist outside of right.
Yeah.
So
that was a perfect answer for me.
yeah,
Because he done that from deep left channel and just curled it around.
Yeah.
You don't go to Real Madrid, score in, 6 of your first 7 games?
Or something like that, yeah.
And be a flash in the pan, innit? Like, granted, you've got like a good team around you. And to be fair, they haven't really got superstars like in the team, so to speak.
Yeah, compared to previous teams.
Yeah,
right?
The older ones.
No Galacticos or anything. Yeah. So, I think
I don't think that's what they're saying. I don't think they're saying he's a flash in the pan. I think they're just, he's not showing his defensive side.
Well,
his
I think they're saying he's not really doing much in the whole game.
The hype isn't warranted, and he's not doing the midfield stuff. But my point is that's a lazy take because he's not playing in the same position he was playing in Dortmund or he plays for England. Or he played for England because the last game Gareth did play him further forward.
Yeah, and Ancelotti even said like I see him as a more attack-minded player and like he's doing what he needs to do right now. So
he did this at Birmingham. He scored lots of goals for Birmingham.
Yeah. It's only when he went to Dortmund that they played him a bit deeper. Yeah,
bro, the midfield, the competition in that midfield is mad.
Sharp.
And he's
in there.
Exactly.
So he's doing what he needs to do in it. Because that midfield ain't.
He's
no
not
joke.
overrated, man. People are just hyping him.
I think he's fantastic.
To be fair, he highlights his quality even more.
19, I think. 19, 20? It's mad.
Yeah, it highlights his quality more, innit?
Yeah.
Like, no one went
25.
Bro.
Yeah. Like even at the weekend, like someone was gonna go celebrate with him. I think it was Chouameni. He's like, nah, do your celebration before I hug you, bro. I'm like, they've given him the respect in it. Like, just do your celebration. And then, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
He's becoming a bit of an icon.
All right,
Yeah.
so leave him alone. And then we've got a nice hypothetical one here. And I think it's a good convo. So you're an 18-year-old Wonderkid. World at your feet. You could sign for Spurs, Liverpool, Manchester United, Newcastle, Chelsea, or Arsenal. Who are you signing for?
Can't pick your own club.
You can't pick your own club. What?
I would have signed for Arsenal right now anyway.
I would if you're a Wonderkid, man.
No.
I
was
would.
already a Wonderkid.
Give me a reason why and I'll see if I counter it. Why not Arsenal? Right
Arteta's ruthless. Depending on what position he's playing in, Arteta will play you, bro.
If
you're a Wonderkid,
okay.
If you're good, he'll play you. If you're good enough, he'll play you.
If you're good enough, he'll play you. If you're better than what's in front of you, you're playing.
I think
Balogun not better than Nketiah?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Ooh,
I don't think
really?
I don't think it's as
okay.
people think it's like clear cut. I don't think it's
clear cut. I just think they're
two different styles. And I think Eddie fits.
I
think Eddie fits Arteta's style of football
in terms of workmanship. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Arsenal is like the breeding ground for like a Wonderkid, innit? Like,
no, I think
especially under Arteta.
I think it is. I just think you got to be there in the right cycle because you not only have you got one kind of one, you got like 2 or 3 young. I mean, it's a very young team. Our captain is 24, 25 or something.
Yeah.
So, as a Wonderkid, do you want to go into a team that's already got
Wonderkids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got Martinelli, Saka.
Odegaard,
which is like a rejuvenated Wonderkid.
Yeah.
Saliba.
You wanted to be the Wonderkid when Saka came through. That's when you wanted to sign for Arsenal because if Arsenal was still doing their thing, Saka doesn't get that breakthrough. Because even Martinelli, we signed him because it was going to be whatever. So I just think that cycle now is going in the wrong direction for you personally. And then now it's got to a point where he needs certain proven people. Hence why he's trying to splash 65 million on a Havertz. So, even here, Smith Rowe is not getting in the team. This is a guy who's scored 10 Prem goals in his debut season. So, even as an Arsenal fan, I'm not doing Arsenal.
It's a toss-up between
I'll say Newcastle.
Liverpool and Newcastle.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Liverpool and Newcastle.
Because again, Liverpool silently play their youngsters.
Yeah.
I would go there because I think the impact that you can make as a Wonderkid, if you do the business there, you're gone.
Again, I think it depends.
New Owen in that.
Yeah, and
I think it depends on the position though.
That's true.
You
you're not going to be a bloody centre back or something.
No,
you're going to make an impact. You want to make a serious impact.
I think somewhere like Liverpool, especially where they are now, and they got owners that are not just about splashing the cash. I think if you're a young Van Dijk or a young Stones,
to be fair,
or
you
something,
say that Kwanzaa has been playing this season, and he's come in and done really well.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I think you play. So I think if you're a young Van Dijk, if you're a young, John Stones or whatever, you play.
Yeah.
If you're a good, I think you play. I think the only problem you might have is if you're a winger.
Left wing, I think you probably get a chance.
You think so? For the Diaz?
I think you probably get a chance.
I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one that rates him, bro.
No, I rate him still, but I'm just saying, like,
No, I think
you
of
might get
those
a chance.
teams mentioned, Newcastle.
I think Liverpool, Newcastle.
Yeah, I think Newcastle, you can go there. They've not got any real superstars. So you can go in there and pretty much, no matter what position you are,
bro.
Yeah.
You'll be a legend.
You
in
can
Newcastle.
play,
Be the next Shearer.
get your status,
Yeah.
and then move on, get paid well,
Definitely.
and then move on.
Yeah, and get paid well.
if it works out for you, though.
Oh,
If
but
Newcastle
you're
go on a
Wonderkid,
decline.
No, but we're saying
yeah,
Wonderkid that
innit?
blows.
That's gonna,
Yeah,
Wonderkid that
yeah,
blows.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
Get down, there's someone that buys you, innit?
yeah.
Okay, so forget how the team do. It's just a Wonderkid
Yeah,
that blows
18
in
there
that
for
team.
3 years.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
like, a
A
little
bit like
and
Everton, Bruno Everton, innit?
and they'll
And then Man
catch
United.
it, innit? And
Yeah,
they'll
okay.
go in it.
All right.
Definitely
No one
not
wants to
going.
get to Chelsea now.
No way.
Nah.
Not right
What,
now.
No
they're-
way.
They're littered with
They've
Wonderkids.
ruined
United.
a so-called Wonderkid.
Not
I said
United.
United earlier.
Not United.
Not current United.
Not currently.
Nah.
Not currently.
Good
I
luck.
don't know.
See-
I think Hannibal's going to do well out of this situation. I think Hannibal
Yeah,
was
Wonderkid.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to do well.
No, he's
I'm
not
a bit
Wonderkid,
dubious
yeah.
about him, He's a bit hot-headed. Like,
He's very, very
Emotional.
Yeah.
like they remember last season he came on, he hacked bare man, got a yellow card, and they were like, yeah, passion.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Passion.
gosh.
He did that when he came on. Who were they losing to? He came on and almost made a difference. So he did that same thing. It's passion.
Passion. Fans are like, passion. Oi.
They love it. They absolutely love it. All right, so it seems like, boy, right now today, if you're out there, you got some choices. We're saying no one mentioned Spurs either.
Nah,
Spurs right now, maybe, I
No.
think they're on par with the Newcastle. If you're going to
No.
say Newcastle, I think you can say Spurs.
No.
Like having watched them on Saturday live, I can see why. You can see they're better than what they were last year, but I still think they've just got some frailties they need to
Yeah, they got some
work
work
on.
to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if they had a
that
Wonderkid
one,
go in there, remember we're talking about them blowing, going to the team and
I
blowing.
do want to say though, that centre back they got, is it Van der
Van der
Ven?
Ven,
He looked very
it
good.
proper? Is
Like,
it?
I think that's a bit of a steal.
Is it?
Yeah, he looks good. Remember I said it first.
Probably using them as a stepping stone anyway. Going to bigger and better things.
Wow.
A Tottenham a stepping stone club though.
Yeah.
Like, other than Bale, Modric,
Yeah.
who else has really gone on? Like they normally get
Tottenham
Lamella.
was
Kane.
club.
Lamella's left.
Man said Lamella.
Kane, Bale, and Modric. Carrick,
Kane,
yeah.
Bale, Modric, Carrick,
Berbatov.
Berbatov.
I think that's it.
Where did Lamella go? Sevilla
no,
or
I'm
Roma?
not giving you Lamella.
He
Lamella
won
to
something.
Roma. He's not. That's not. Nah.
He
Sevilla.
won
Didn't he go to
something.
Sevilla?
Not Lamella.
No, but he
Sevilla,
hasn't
he
gone on
won
to like
something.
no, but he
Because
hasn't
I
gone
don't
on.
mean they were stepping.
Robbie
stone.
That
Keane.
means, yeah, it is a
Nah.
stepping
Nah,
stone.
he went back
I don't
in
mean
it.
they were
Yeah,
stepping
Robbie
stone.
Keane went
bro.
Liverpool from Spurs.
Yeah, but he
Carl
got
Walker.
Yeah.
Carl
Kyle
Walker.
Yeah.
That's about 6. No, okay, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
boys.
About the same as
Selling
left
club.
Arsenal, isn't it? Yeah.
All right. Gavin. All right, boys. Well, call it a day there. I think we've done justice to the weekend.
Yeah.
The debate in here was as heated as the weekend. So let us know what you think in the likes, comments, and please remember to subscribe. Super important. Keep the content coming.
Just gonna say we'll be announcing the competition winner tomorrow
Online.
on our Instagram.
Yeah.
Today, essentially, bro. It's going out.
Yeah, come
today.
on.
Sorry. Apologies.
Hey. All right. See you next week. Cheers.
Take care. Thanks.
Peace.